All right, we're back. Do you guys hear me? YouTube, is it good? All right. I'm gonna try to open up Capture Age. If it crashes again, I'm not coming back on. What happened? It's just Capture Age crashes my entire PC. Now it works. All right, well, whatever. Let's just get back into it. It's okay. We'll put Viper in yellow and put Dark in red. I think that's pretty good. All right, guys, welcome in, welcome in. Sorry about that. First map is Quarry. We're gonna fast forward to live, and then we'll get right into the casting. So it's gonna be Burgundian's first pick for Viper, and then Dark goes Armenians. Dark had access to Bohemians if he wanted them, but he preferred Armenians for some reason. Interesting. He's gonna go for some militia. Viper will lose a villager. Ooh, Viper's down a villager early game. Okay. And then we have more militia coming forward from Dark as well. Flemish militia to defend from Viper. We're going to fast forward everything just to see what happened. Men at Arms gets traded. The Flemish militia are too good, though. Way too good. So they're able to defend. Okay, so Dark killed one Vill, but Viper's got pressure on the field. We're back to live. Sorry about that. Everyone good, right? YouTube good? Can I get mods to confirm YouTube good? Everything good? I hope everything is solid. Alright. Alright, good. Alright, Flemish militia skirmishers coming through. And then it's just going to be archers and scrims to defend for Dark. So Dark killed one Vill. That's all he got. He also did harass some of Viper's woodline. But overall, Viper now has good pressure on the field. No, this is not the same StarCraft 2 pro player. Why is he hitting houses instead of going around? He doesn't know that it's open on the other side. So this is what Viper sees. Viper might assume that it's walled. He could check though, because he does have the scout there if he wants to check. I will say I wish the corners of this map wasn't all wood, by the way. I think it could be interesting to do something with the corners. Could be. I think this map could be updated a little, you know? Okay, but Viper's gonna go around. But the map is not bad. Very interesting one, especially with all the fighting down the center. And while you can wall easily, Dark has now failed the wall. It's taking too long. Yeah, maybe red foxes. You know how it is. And now Dark is probably gonna just try to wall up the left side as well. Yeah, looking good. So far, so good for Dark. He's just kind of defending. Just kind of chilling back. Viper's just going to walk back a little bit here. And now we have Horsecaller from Dark. Okay. Horsecaller from Dark. So he wants to just develop his economy. He has a nice 200 resources collected lead. Probably because he did kill a villager. And Viper's got some idle time as well. We need the Gamba again. We'll skip the Gamba for this one. Yeah, we already did it. We just had it crashed. We'll do it for the next one, okay? So Viper's down 2 Vills due to losing one and some idle time. Does have some pressure though, but the pressure is not even that good though, to be fair, because the Flemish militia now are losing some of their prowess. The more range units on the field, the less good they are. That's how it works with early game infantry. Dark has 2 archers that he could counterattack with, but Viper's more or less fully walled himself. So you shouldn't be too worried about it. This counterattack is good for Viper though. Dark, you have to watch out here. Dark, buddy. He's gonna go back. He fails the quick wall. Viper's in with the Flemish militia. And this should be really good for Viper. Oh, good quick wall from Dark, using the mule cart in there as well. Try to block a little bit, but good play from Viper to just turn onto the army. So far, advantage Viper, in my opinion. I think that damage is very good. Forcing a lot of idle time as well. A lot of quick walling. Yeah, tons of houses now from Dark. Yeah, this is real nasty. And honestly, I think it's Dark's fault. He should have tracked that army a lot better than he did. He made a huge mistake to not track that army and to let Viper get into his base. And now he's paying the consequences. These Flemish militia are causing a lot of issues as well. One villager will die, and there we go. Maybe more. But at least one vill. It's going to be a second one as well. So 2 villagers down. Good play from Viper. He's trying to go for a third as well. He might find it. That one is really low, but it's going to survive. It survives. Okay, so in the end, it's going to be 2 vills down. And the vill count will be relatively even, although some auto TC from Dark after that. So that's a pretty damaging raid there. That was a pretty damaging raid from Viper. But now it's all set and done. Both players up to Castle Age. And now it's Armenians versus Burgundians, which honestly, it's a pretty interesting matchup. I think that the Burgundians should be better here long term. Because I'm thinking like you got bombard cannons, which are really good. And I feel like your economy should be extremely smooth for both civs. So if both civs have good economy and it just gets to late game, I feel like having access to those bombard cannons is going to be huge. Which player do you think has the most haters? That's a good question. It's probably one of the more popular ones, right? Could be MBL maybe. MBL has a lot of fans, but also a lot of people that don't like him. Could be me because I'm quite big. I'm quite popular, so I have a lot of fans, but then I also have a lot of haters as well. So it could be me. Now we see both upgrades come in for Dark. He's gonna go for gold mining upgrade and stone mining upgrade. Interesting. Viper's going to also pick up some economy upgrades. He goes heavy plow and gold shaft mining. So both players are trying to maximize the economy here. Just max economy setup. I don't know why Dark's going so heavily on stone though. He might be trying to fast stimp behind this or something weird. But you'd imagine that he just won a couple town centers. Maybe he's going stone because he wants town centers. He could open up with some churches as well. He's going to go straight for the center here. Dark is from Russia. He's the second best Russian player. Viper, of course, the number 1 from Norway, but currently living in Germany. And now we have a forward church from Dark. Okay. Hello, Yesh, my lord. What's up? So forward church here. And we have defensive skirms from Viper. So it's going to be elite skirm, bodkin. But elite skirm will not be very good here. I feel like Viper's kind of blind countering Dark right now. He expects Dark to be on range units. So Viper picks up elite skirms to counter those. Dark is not going range units. He's going warrior priests instead. And I think Dark is setting up a fast imp. This is a really cool strat from Dark. He's going to go couple warrior priests, take the relics in the center. Maybe a mangonel or 2. And then he's going to go for a forward castle. And it's going to be a fast imp. He's trying to go for this relic, but this relic has been walled off, my friend. You're not going to get access to this one. And I think Dark's greed might actually cost him that relic. Viper's now going to try to get greedy and go for the center relic first. But he's not going to find it. Monk will have to go back and settle for the relic in his base. So Dark gets 2 relics from the center. And there is 1 relic that he has in his base. So he'll get 3 relics total if he picks up all of those. Plus the 1 that he starts with. So Armenians will have 4 relics here. Compared to the 2 that Burgundians get. Viper does not see the second relic that he has, though, in his base. So we'll see if he picks that one up eventually. Hello, Hera, you beautiful human. Help me out. What are the matches today? Any survivalist action going on? You can check the title. All the matches today will be in the title. For now, we have Dark versus Viper that I really want to focus on. Dark has taken the hunt in the center with the mule car, which is really smart. So if you ask me, I think Dark is in a really good position, but only if he can land this forward castle. Because Viper is actually going 2 stable light cap, which is really good if he can deny the forward castle from Dark. But if the forward castle comes through, Viper is almost completely dead, at least in the strategy department. Viper's going heavy on stone himself, which is interesting because I'd imagine with the Burgundians, the main play is to boom. But he's going heavy on stone. I wonder if that's going to be in response to what Dark's doing. Dark goes for a safe castle. Okay. I don't know how I feel about that, but I think it's smart. I think it's smart. He knows that, you know, Viper could have some army. He doesn't want to risk it. He just makes a safe castle. All he wants to do is make his unique unit and then some trebs. Obviously, if Dark had it his way, Dark would like to make the castle here. But that's extremely risky against the guy who has army. And so he makes a safe castle. Viper's got a lot more military. And he's going to go for the chop on the side. Viper's going to go for the chop on the side on the counterattack. Oh, that could be really smart. We could be in a situation where Dark has control of the middle and Viper's got control of the left side. That could be a really smart strategy from Viper here, by the way. Viper's got 4 light cav. He's going to try to dive the Mangonel in the center. There is a castle. He doesn't know about it yet. Now he does. Monk should go down. Mangonel will survive, though. Oh, Viper goes back in for the Warrior Priest. And for the Mangonel? A bit greedy. Why are you so greedy, Viper? I don't like that last play. Taking the Monk and the Warrior Priest was perfect. Trying to go for that Mangonel. That was a little bit greedy there. Gets punished, loses all 4 light cav. And now, his counterattack is a lot weaker. Imagine if he had the 4 light cav here. He'd maybe be already inside the base. But without them, he needs to make the castle outside the base. And that's not really that good because Viper is missing Imperial Age. Guys, this is advantage Dark if you ask me. Castle is going to be dropped. Viper, you got to react to this one. Oh, loses 3 villagers to the Mangonel. That one Mangonel has just caused so many units to go down from Viper. He's going to commit to the castle. He's sneaking in some Cavalier, some potential Cavalier, just Knights for now, into Dark's base. I like this counterattack. This counterattack is really good. Dark will see it now. He knows about the monks there, so he knows about the chop. Viper defends. He clears the Mangonel. He's going to get the castle forward in the end. Dark does have Imp now, though, which means he's going to be able to make trebuchets. But he's got a lot of things that he's got to defend at home. And it's not really clear how he's going to defend this. No ballistics for Dark. He's going to make defending a lot harder. I think he's going to try to buy some stone. He's going to try to buy some stone and go for a defensive castle. And then he's going to try to use his own trebuchets to take down the town centers from Viper. Okay, interesting. I'm not sure who's in a winning position right now, but I feel like Viper's position is a little easier to play. I think Viper's position is a little easier to play. Dark has to run with the mule cart. He's going to go straight out to the center, which is the place that he controls. 1 ram, 1 treb. Thank you, Kree. Appreciate the 2 months. Thank you so much. Glad you enjoyed the video. Oh, this is sloppy from Dark. That's a mistake you can't afford to make, guys. That's all his army dead to the town center. How can you make a mistake like that? I know how. He's getting pressured at home, right? That's how. Good pressure from Viper. Viper's everywhere. He's killing a lot of villas from Dark. He's now clearing up the Treb if he can. He's trying to, at least. He might lose those knights, though, in the process. I'm not going to lie. Both players have been losing a lot of their units in not the best trades. And like I said, Viper's position is a lot easier to play, and that's exactly what we're seeing. Dark is getting flustered. He's getting raided, and he doesn't know what to do. He's also losing his church in the center that has all 4 relics. So overall, I actually like Dark's position more. Like, if I had to pick, I would have picked Dark's position, but it was harder to play. It needed crisp, clean execution, and that's not really what we saw, unfortunately, for him. Monk on the field for Dark, trying to get a conversion. We'll get 1, and we'll save the Monk. So if you're going to win this game, you need plays like that. That's good stuff from Dark. What I would also like to see from Dark, maybe I'm asking too much, but I would like to see a town center in the center or something. You need to get another town center, because as it stands, he can't really play the game. He's completely locked out of playing. Going for chemistry, which is going to be good for his composite bowman. He's now making a singular Treb again. But he keeps getting raided, guys. Viper's all over him with the Cousadier now. Oh, this is big raiding from Viper. Dark! Dark! Any reactions, my friend? Losing so many villagers. A forward castle from Viper now. That's going to kill the rest of Dark's base. 100%. There's no way he can stop this one. Bill count's now 78 to 42, so it's abysmal for Dark. Viper's got a massive lead. The only way Dark wins this game is if Viper chokes the defense here. So he's going to try to send some aggression his way, but if he's going to be trebbing this castle, it's too late, I think. This trebuchet needs to go forward. Interesting strat from Dark. I actually really liked it, but I think the execution was severely lacking, guys, unfortunately. I don't know any of these players. I just watch Hera mostly on YouTube. Hello, Hamdi. What's up, my friend? Right now, we're casting pro tournaments. So these are pro players. And I'm, of course, going to be casting the game, trying to explain it to you, and covering the event. So hopefully it's entertaining and maybe chill to listen to. That castle's perfect from Viper. In between the wood and the town center. All of these farms dead. Mule carts into the town center. Doing nothing. And now Viper's just going to dive the trebs. And I think that's pretty much it for Dark. I think once the trebs go down, there's no chance anymore. The castle should survive. Yep. And the trebs are gone. And it's completely over now. Dark has literally nothing. He might try to play some more. Might try to play on a little longer. But it's just really difficult to find a win when you have no momentum and no economy like this. If you're going to be on 35 villagers, you better have a forward castle or some kind of strong momentum. But we go back to when he made the castle in the center. Like, maybe that was a mistake, right? Maybe going center castle was a mistake. Maybe you have to go more forward. Take that risk, you know? He played it too safe. Ended up getting punished for it. Also, I don't really like that his castle wasn't centralized. I know in the center there's cracked terrain, but I think making it centralized here would have been better than making it on the right. We're going to analyze all of this once the game ends, because I'm really curious about that. And now Viper's just playing all in castle. I will say, though, brilliant adaptation from Viper. The side attack there to open up the map. Go straight down the center to put pressure on his opponent instead of defending. And then just goes all in castle so you can get more units on the field, which I think was really smart. Yeah, so the cracked terrain makes it so your buildings take more damage. That's what the cracked terrain does. So cracked terrain is really dangerous to build on.
I remember 2 years ago when you played, but retiring to cast isn't so bad either. Kappa.
Hello, Sterling Drake. Sticks to the 28 months. No, retiring to cast is not bad at all. I'm actually really enjoying it. I love it. I absolutely love it. Viper throwing Dark comeback? No, no way. If Viper loses this game, I have to eat my shoe on live stream because there's no chance. I'll take my shirt off if Viper wins this game. Sorry, no. If Dark wins this game. If Dark wins this game. My bad. I misspoke. If Dark wins the game, I'll take my shirt off. That's what I said. First word counts? No, it doesn't. I misspoke. The worker count's insane. Yeah, right now it's completely over because Viper's got triple the worker count right now. He's also got a good amount of military, and I love this from Viper. Relentless. Dark makes a town center, and now Viper makes a tower right next to it. Oh, God. I may have misspoke, guys. But, I mean, yo, credit to Dark, by the way. He does kill the castle in the end. Credit to Dark. He is resilient. Kills the castle. Pretty good. Maybe Dark can win. It's tough. It's 50 population to 120. So think about it. Viper's got more than double the units on the field right now. And I mean, you can just take a look at the minimap. You can see that that's true. Cavalier coming in now for Viper. Burgundians get access to the Cavalier in Castle Age. But Viper's going to save up for Imp first. And I think that's a smart choice. Whenever you're in a situation where your opponent is heavily turtled up, sometimes taking the chance to go Imp is better than trying to go all in Castle Age. You only go all in Castle when he's pushing you and he's taking risks. If worker count was closer this game, this is still a game though, right? Absolutely. The only reason this game is so one-sided now is because Dark lost his main base. If Dark was able to defend a little better, either wall up, prevent the side raids from coming in, maybe deny that castle or defend himself from that castle, this game would be very competitive. I would even prefer Dark's position. Alright, Viper is about to lose a lot of villas. Hold on. Viper's going to lose a lot of villagers here. This game is not over. I think I spoke too early. I'm not even joking. I'm not overhyping it. I've seen a game before where Armenians were able to snowball. Viper did not go up to Imperial Age for some reason. Oh, because both his castles, both his town centers were within Treb range, so he couldn't go Imp. Wait, Viper's actually throwing here a little bit. Viper has to make a town center at the back. Oh my goodness. He's taking a bad fight. Oh my goodness. Why is he throwing so hard? The Cavalier go in, but the Cavalier are not that good against the Trebs. If there's composite bowmen around. If you can snipe the Trebs, it's good though. He's going to make another town center. Why is Viper choking so much? There's only 10 archers. And this just shows how much of a game we could have in our hands if Dark had a bit more economy. He does have the golden center. He's got the 4 relics. If Dark can get one more castle forward, sell everything. Sell all your wood, forward castle. I think now is the time. It's not the time for a town center. It's not the time for a town center. Dark, this is like Dark. This town center, Dark is on his deathbed. The doctor's like, yo, you got 10 minutes to live max. And he's like, okay, I'm going to invest my money into Bitcoin now. It's not the time for it. Who cares about another town center? Go for the kill. That's what you got to do. It's not time to invest. We don't have a future. He's giving Viper a lot of time now. He's giving Viper a lot of time. Can I get a home invasion analogy? Okay. No, it's okay. No, not now. Maybe later. The analogies have to come from me, guys. I'm the analogy master. Yeah, Viper was given too much time there. And now he makes a lot more Cavalier. Gets guilds and castlage. What? What's the point of that, chat? Can someone explain why Viper got guilds? That can't be right. There's no way that's right. Yeah, and Dark, I mean, he's got the 2 TC set up, but the problem for him is that he's only got one castle. And only one castle. He has to pick between making Trebs and making his unique unit. And if you want to win this game, you have to snowball. I think Dark has missed that idea. This unit's really good, by the way. You know what's funny? I'm watching this game and I'm thinking that Dark's strategy was amazing. I really believe so. His strategy was amazing. But his execution was so sloppy. Also, why do we trap this castle? Does Dark know that Viper's got triple his vill count? We're not winning the game by killing that one castle that is, you know, amidst the ghost town that used to be our base. This castle does not matter. And meanwhile, Viper's going to go for a massive push on the front. He's got rams. He's got Cavalier. He's got skirms. Dark has another castle, but where does he make it? He has to make it right here, right next to it. Dark, make a castle. Dark, where's your army? Dark, we're on the wrong side of history. On the wrong side of the map. Viper's making a big push. Dark is offside. Completely offside. He's about to lose the castle. He's about to lose the game. And the shirt is staying on, guys. The shirt is staying on. No chance anymore. It's done. It was a close game, though. I don't think we realized how close that really could have been. Dark just needed a little bit more to snowball there. And he could have done it. You said Viper win? I didn't say that, Effie. I didn't say that. No way. Imagine Viper disconnects. They have to restart the game. And then Dark wins and I have to take my shirt off. Imagine. There's still a chance, guys. Great play from Viper, though, I will say. Great play. I really felt like Dark was ahead at some points this game. And Dark's trying to get the castle up as if it matters. Dark! I don't know if this matters, my friend. Gets the castle up. Dark's done 19 villagers. Alright, finally the GG's called. Viper takes game 1. GG in the chat. Alright, we're seeing Viper take game 1. Very nice game 1. I love this one. What's up, Shozanator? That was a really good game, I will say. So, I do want to recap this. Let me give you guys some expert commentating, which I don't have many of, but maybe a couple moments. So, I want to talk about right here. So, Dark takes the center, which I think is really good. He takes the relics again, really good. Then he goes for this castle. Now, this castle, I don't really like. Obviously, we're going to use something that has 20/20 vision, which is hindsight bias. Okay, we're going to use hindsight here to come up with a better solution for Dark. Castle here was really bad. Let me actually pull up my pen. I really want to go deep into this analysis. Hold on. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. Cancel. Close. Hold on. I'm taking out the pen, guys. I just have to here. Give me a second. I don't always use this, but I want to use it right now. So, okay, put the cam there. Okay, so everybody with me, yeah? Everybody with me. So, Dark makes the castle here, okay? But Viper sees this And there's no danger here. This castle has nothing. It does nothing. So Viper goes straight down here and makes his castle here. And this castle does not stop this castle from going up. However, if Dark, let's cancel all this for now. So if we fast forward a little bit, let's say we go here. So now we see the castle, right? However, if Dark, bear with me, if Dark made his castle here, right here in the center, not on the cracked terrain because you don't want it there, it would prevent Viper from going here, and it would also prevent Viper from going here. And it would defend his church, which is really important. So I think that was the biggest mistake that Dark made this game. That castle here is offside, question mark. Completely offside. Didn't like it whatsoever. So I have to say, I think this is the biggest moment of the game. But brilliant play from Viper, though, at the same time. You know, a good try from Dark, of course, but brilliant play from Viper to chop this out, get some counterplay, and then play down the center. I think that was really good. So well played. That was a fun one. And we'll move on to the next game. Not a bad game one. Not bad at all. All right. What do we think about the pen analysis? Should I do more of that? Good pen analysis, or no one cares? Do people care? Love the analysis? Okay, we'll do more pen analysis. Because I like it personally. Like, when I watch someone, if I'm watching someone and he pulls out a pen and paper, I'm listening like 10 times more intently. That's very interesting for me. Amazing work drawing. I would accidentally draw a penis. Okay. All right. All right. We'll move on to game 2, guys. That's okay. Game 2's already started. Let's get right back in here. Great drawing of that hog line. All right, hopping in. Hopefully I don't crash again. All right, we look good. We look good. All right, guys, welcome in to game number 2. This is going to be Dark's home map. We have Viper playing in yellow as the Aztecs. Oh, Aztecs here is interesting. Dark's playing in red as the Italians. Now, I'm not really sure how I feel about the Aztecs here. It's a bit of a new civ. I haven't really been seeing Aztecs be played here, but we'll take a look at it. Let's get the Gamba on the stream, of course. And let's talk about what Dark's doing with the Italians first. So let me showcase the map. This is called Coast Arena. I posted a couple YouTube videos about this about a week ago, and it's, in my opinion, it's such a fun map. It's a really cool map. And Dark with the Italians, in my opinion, is playing one of the best civs here. Because Italians are really good on standard arena, and standard arena is only like the front, right? You got stone walls, you got space in the center, 5 relics. You know, Italians are good on that. But then when you add a water element on the outside, like we see here in Coast Arena, all of a sudden Italians get even better, because now Italians can actually go for strong navy play early, and then they can also go for their strong land play that they have access to, like gunpowder, fast imp, and all that kind of stuff. So, I like the Italians here. Moving on to Viper Civ, the Aztecs. I'm not really sure what the Aztecs do here. Again, they're not bad. Like, they're good on arena. They can make eagles. They can contest the relics nicely. But they don't have any special bonus on water. So what I'm thinking here is that Viper might ignore the water. Italians have the better water civ. We can ignore it, let them get the water, and we can play down the center and go for the relics. That seems pretty good to me. We're talking things like a monk rush. We're talking things like grabbing the relics with eagles and monks, and then booming up as well. We have a bunch of options that we can play on the land here for Viper. So I'm really curious to see what he has cooked up. This is Dark's home map, though. So maybe Viper, there's a world where he has no idea what he's doing, right? There's a world where Viper has never played this map, and he's like, okay, I think this is regular arena. I'm going to pick Aztecs, and I have no idea what I'm doing. You never know. I find that hard to believe. I think Viper would be more prepared than that. But the point is, Dark should have more preparation for this map, because he knew going into today's set he will be playing Coast Arena. Whereas Viper had no idea. It could have been this map, and it could have been one of the other 15 that we have. Question from the chat here. Didn't people like Aztecs on hybrid maps years ago because of the faster galley rush? It was played, but back then we had less options on hybrid maps. Nowadays, we have a lot better hybrid map civilizations. Like, the power creep is real, so Aztecs fell out of favor a little bit. Aztecs have decent navy. All right, you have decent Navy play. It's good enough. When it comes to Navy, Aztecs are good enough. Late game, it's horrible, but early game, you have everything you need to get by. All right. But I'm curious to see what we see on this map from both players, because I feel like there's a lot of strategies that could work, like this one. We've seen this before. Dark is going to go for a barracks, and he's going to go for men-at-arms with a transport. Really cool strat. Has Viper seen it before? Because I've been castling. I've seen it. You guys in the chat have been watching. You guys have seen it. Has Viper been watching the streams? No, I don't think so. I don't think Viper's been watching the streams. Because Viper told me he was busy watching all of my Patreon content. Viper said, Hera, man, I'm trying to get better at the game. Do you have any advice? I sent him my Patreon. He had to pay $10 for it. Of course, I don't give it for free to anyone. And yeah, so Viper's been watching the Patreon videos. Hasn't been watching the tournaments. Might not expect this. And Dark has practiced this a couple times before. He's going to go for the transfer. So it's going to be, I think, 2 villagers, I think, is the minimum. And it should be 3 militia as well. He's waiting for the gold to come in. But honestly, I'm not sure how strong the strategy is. So I'm hyping it up like it's going to be guaranteed to work. But also, Dark is late, by the way. Dark is late. He's missing the gold. He messed up the build. This is so late. Meanwhile, Viper's fast castling. But Viper's fast castling, that could be a very poor strategy into what Dark is doing. I'm not sure. It's hard to say, guys. It's hard to say. Both players up to the next stage. Dark got Loom. Viper still no Loom. 3 militia, a scout, and only 1 villager. Going straight across the map now. It's really late, but it's still viable. Men-at-armor upgrade coming in, double Bidex. And Dark is going to follow this up with galleys as well. So it's going to be galleys and men-at-arms. And Viper's just fast castling. I think Viper could be in some trouble. He's going up no Loom. Viper's going up no Loom. He has no idea, by the way. He has no idea that this transport's coming. We're gonna stay on Viper's perspective. I'm flashing it a little so you can see the transport coming in. And Viper has no idea that the transport's even here. Okay, now he sees it, but does he actually see it? He's gonna make a barracks, so he wants to go for some eagles. And he's gonna go after the gold now. Has he spotted it? I don't know if he spotted it. Viper's not reacting. He now reacts. He's got no Loom. Okay, he reacts just in the nick of time. Archery range gets dropped by Dark. So he's got the men-at-arms to worry about. Archery range is there as well. Viper still can make a tower, though. Good reaction to start things off. I think Viper can make a tower and he'll be fine. Meanwhile, we have some galleys coming out from Dark to follow this up. It's going to be a mix of fires and regular galleys. And Viper's playing a little bit on water. But Viper only has 1 dock. Yeah, I think Dark needs to pressure fast. Because you have to kill Viper's water early. Viper's not playing for water. He's playing for the land. He's going to go Eagles. Eagles and Monks. He's playing for the relics. Tower now up from Dark. I don't know if that's a good play. Because it's not gonna be able to get it up. Yeah, Dark can't get it up. You have to wall. You have to wall Dark. Dark is getting punished. Really late reaction there from him. Can he quick wall it? It's hard to quick wall versus Viper. Yep, Dark is just not that guy. And now that Viper's Castle Age, he's got access to Monastery. His Eagle Warriors get more attacks. So I think he's in a good position. But hear me out. Dark has a lot of Navy. Alright? And Dark has a lot of fishing ships as well on the field. So if you can win the water, get a bunch of fishing ships out, he's still in a decent position. Viper's got no Loom. Viper's got no Loom. He loses 1 Vill. Yeah, Dark's just going to go for the Vills here. 2 Vills. Oh, it's just sloppy from Viper. He needed to get Loom early. 3 Vills just down the drain like that. Great job to keep the Eagles alive, though. Navy coming in from Dark. Dark's got a lot more economy. I'm not feeling the fast castle here. He's down 600 score right now. A lot of it is, of course, Navy and just scouting, but still. Viper's working with nothing. He's got 8 Vills in the queue, though. Okay. Now getting Loom. Viper seems to be panicked, though. It's not normal. It's not every day to see 8 vills in the queue there for Viper. And he's going to cancel them and get Bowsaw. Hate to be a bit of a stickler there, though. I feel like he's getting Bowsaw a little late because he had the vills in queue. But still, good that he gets it in the end. He's going to go for some monks to pick up the relics. Remember, Aztec relics are still good. And getting access to 5 relics uncontested, that's pretty solid, man. That's pretty solid. But meanwhile, Italians have the navy, right? You got the fishing ships. You got the fact that you can harass some of Viper's woodlines. You forced a tower as well. So, yeah, Dark's in a decent position. Viper's going to go for the push now. He's going to go for the siege workshop in the center. Dark kind of anticipates this. He goes straight to the stone to go for a castle defense. I could see a world where Viper's push is not going to be the strongest here, though. Because he's kind of weak. He's not working with a whole lot. And if the push is not the strongest, Dark can just defend with just some stone walls into a castle and be fine. Let's see. 1 ram from Viper. It's going to be rams, eagles, and a few monks. That's all he's got. No extra town centers. No extra economy. Dark's economy is much, much better right now. And he still has the transport if he wants it as well. Alright, eagle, monks, and rams coming through. He can't afford a mangonel, so it's just this 1 ram. But he's got the monks with it. How does Dark react to this? It's still 1 minute and 40 seconds till Castle Age. And remember, in Feudal Age, your stone walls are weaker. Dark is not sleeping, guys. He's hibernating. Very slow reaction. Very slow reaction. Yeah, buddy. You're not in time, obviously. What the hell was that, Dark? Very slow reaction, gets hard punished. What was he looking at? Okay, he's gonna abandon the stone. Again, slow reaction to abandon the stone as well. Does have barracks though. He's gonna go for long swords. Okay. But if you're going long swords, why did you need the stone? I think Dark is in between strategies, guys. He wanted to fast imp. Now he realizes he needs to go long swords because this push is coming heavy. Yeah, Dark wanted to fast imp with a defensive castle. Realizes he can't do that. And now we'll try to go long swords to defend. I have a strategy. You guys are not going to like it though. But I'm going to say it anyways. Let's just watch this first. See how this unfolds. 2 rams straight onto the town center. You got the rams behind. I think this town center goes down. I don't think he can hold this. I think the more he tries to hold it, the worse it is for him. You can't hold this, Dark. He's trying to, though. He's going to kill the monks, though, with the town center. Maybe he can hold this. Oh, maybe he can. 1 monk still alive, though. Viper's treading the needle. No more wood. No more wood. There's 3 rams. There's 3 rams, and Dark's going to go for it. Longsword's coming in 30 seconds. You have to wait for longsword. Town center goes down. Here's my strategy, guys. Put all the vills in the transport. Sneak the transport forward castle behind Viper's base. Yes or no, chat? I'm saying yes for that strategy. I think that's the best thing you can do right now. You want to take advantage of the water control. Longsword's going in. You got eagles and monks, but it's only 1 monk. It's eagles and monk. Just one of that guy. And the longsword should be able to push this back up. Patrol stack from Viper. He's going in. Can the eagles outmass the longswords and take the win? He's got 1 scorpion behind it. No, the longswords eat, guys. Guys, me and the longsword go way back. This unit is really strong. Eagle Warrior has to run away. And Viper's push has been cleared up. But to be fair, he did kill a town center. He caused a lot of repairs and a lot of idle time. I think that's probably still worth from Viper, but he gets hard cleaned up, though. Oh, my goodness. Oh, we got some villas in the transport ship. Dark is thinking about something here. More monks on the field for Viper, though. And monks are very good against longswords in low numbers. Yeah, this is just AIDS for Dark. Absolute AIDS. Alright, more barracks. He's going to commit to the longswords, guys, in the long term. He's going across the map with villagers. No, he goes to the wood. Okay. Can't scare me like that, buddy. He doesn't have enough stone for a castle, though, anymore. Town center's going up. Man, the strat was looking really good for Dark. But Viper has turned it on its head in a very good way. Well played to Viper to go for the big push after securing the 5 relics. And his push was very well executed. Behind this, what's Viper's plan? He doesn't add economy. He's going to go for a forward castle. He wants to finish this game early. Oh yeah, only 4 relics. Yeah, that's a bit annoying to you guys, eh? Only 4 relics. It was supposed to be a clean Aztec 5 relic game, but it's only 4. It's ruined. And Viper goes for the 1 Vill forward castle until more villagers come. Dark has the score lead, but I think it's fake. This castle's really good, guys. I think the score lead is fake. It's all on water, but the water doesn't necessarily help you. Dark needs to address this right now. He's got the longswords, but is it enough? If you ask me, he needs to bomb rush the castle. You can't let this castle go up, because if the castle goes up, then Viper can make Jaguar warriors, which are really good against infantry. And the castle's going to go up. Dark has been caught hibernating once again, guys. Oh, sneaky barracks. Sneaky barracks at the back. But sneaky barracks is okay. It's not as good as a forward castle as a sneaky castle, but it's okay. It's not bad. The game continues. Like, Viper's also living off welfare, if you think about it. He's living off government-sponsored relics, basically. And he doesn't have a whole lot besides that. He's got 40 villagers. A forward town center! What is he doing? Who let Dark cook? Is this working even? He's got the longswords to defend, but the Jags are on the field. Jags are really good against infantry. The Vills are running, but the monks are chasing. Get him, Viper. This is how you boom. You don't add town centers. You convert your opponent's villagers. Dark has to shift delete those Vills. Oh, he's going to let them get converted. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Viper just got 7 villagers. Hello? 7 Vills? That was crazy, no? And Viper's going to be booming now. He's going to add town centers. And I just don't think that Dark is reacting to this monk rush correctly. He still has the score lead. He's chasing down some of these monks. Oh, if this Vill walls! If this Vill walls! Oh my goodness. Give her a Medal of Honor. The Nobel Peace Prize. She's walled in the monks. And Viper, who's usually the guy who's trapping everybody, has been trapped in a pro S-tier tournament by Dark. Well played, my friend. Traps the 7 monks, chops them all down. Viper's hurting after that one. That was crazy. Dark staying in the game with that one. You gotta kill the monks. You gotta thin those guys out. Where are the longswords at? 20 longswords on the field. But Viper's got the stone walls. Oh, this town center was so ass. This town center was so ass. Why would you ever go for this? With 3 villagers. I'm not feeling it, but... Alright, he's chopping down the monastery in the center here. Viper has enough for another forward castle. Does he make it forward or defensive? In my opinion, Viper should make a defensive castle, just to be safe. But I wouldn't be surprised if he goes for a forward one. Dark goes for a side castle. Side castle's not that interesting to me, but I guess it's okay. Maybe he just needs to get it up, you know? Alright, we'll kill 2 villagers there. Viper's pushing in with the Jags. Dark is open. Dark is open. Dark, you have to quick wall. The Jags are in. The Jags are in. And we're going to be destroying the villagers. Wiping the floor with the villagers. This is an absolute disaster. If you're under 18, please look away. This is a massacre. And this is not meant for all audiences. Dark is completely dead. He just lost about 20 villagers. Wow. And Viper's defending back home beautifully. We have a lot of longswords on the field, but they're doing nothing. Demo? Anything? Nothing. Nothing, guys. The Jags are just clapping cheeks, taking names, dropping villagers. Oh my goodness, that was so satisfying. Dark just dropped to 35 vills. Guys, this isn't a mistake that you can just make. Hera, Grubby is watching your 1v7 video right now and is getting his mind blown. Grubby, it's not. I told you, Grubby, it's not easy. The 1v7 is gonna be a good match. I like it. I like it. I hope he enjoys the vid. I had 150% handicap there though, so it's gonna be a little bit easier for him. Demo comes out from Viper. This is a Viper doc. How does Viper get the demo out first? Whoa! I did... Oh my goodness, GG in the chat. What a masterpiece from Viper. What was that? That was Viper's dock that he made with a forward villager. And he goes for a demo. Dark stack patrols into the Jags. It's 6 Jags compared to 23 longswords. The demo comes out and thins all of them down. And then the Jags win the fight for the GG. Oh, what a fun game. GG in the chat, guys. What a fun game. Really like this game. But just to offer some analysis here, because I do think that Dark had a good strategy. But I think his execution was lacking. So if you go right here, first of all, his build early game was a bit suspicious. It was a bit late. So the push was late. But right here, when he tried to go onto the castle, onto the stone, in my opinion, there's a rule in Age of Empires, guys. It's called Hera's Law, all right? I don't know who invented it, all right? But it's called Hera's Law. You can't mine stone if you're not going to use it, okay? It's really bad. It's basically a waste of investment, right? So he invested into a mining camp, which is 100 wood. Then he invests into 250 more stone. And then he just doesn't use it. He just sits on it. All right? He just sits on it. Town center goes down. He's still sitting on it. And in my opinion, that was the big problem with this game. That Dark had the economy lead, but he just didn't use the economy lead for anything. And then he ended up losing the game. But nonetheless, great play from both players. Great showing from Viper as well there. Grabs the relics, goes for the push with the Aztecs. I mean, very respectable, right? Aztecs are incredibly dangerous if they can get the relics. Next game has already started. 2-0 Viper. That's a big performance from Viper, by the way. He needed those wins. Also, it's a good time to say thank you to those watching on Twitch and YouTube. Really appreciate you guys. Make sure to thumbs up on YouTube, the live stream. And if you guys are new to Twitch, make sure to just drop a follow. Drop a follow and say what's up if you guys are new to Twitch. We have a lot of series today. We have Viper versus Dark. Then we have Andy versus Lewis right after. So we got tons of good series up today, and I'm really excited for that. All right, hopping right in. Barrows will win the tournament. That's quite the prediction. If Barrows wins the tournament, safe to say that you called it. 15 seconds to go, guys. Just made my first twice to watch you from YouTube. Oh, thank you, kickflip front crook. Appreciate it, man. Thank you, man. All right, hopping in. Viper versus Dark. This is game 3. Remember, it is a play all 3. Hopefully I don't crash. There we go. I got PTSD. This is a play all 3. So Dark is still playing to try to win 1 game. Despite Viper winning the set, Viper's still trying to, Viper's trying to go 3-0, and Dark's trying to get at least 1 win. And the map is going to be High Tides. This is Viper's home map, so I always say this. But the person who goes down 0-2 and then has to play his opponent's home map for the 3rd game, it's a really tough position to be in. Is Hera versus Checkmate on the schedule today? We already played. The chess match was already played. We already played it. I actually won within 3 games. I'm pretty happy about that. He was a good sport about it. It was good. Dravidians for Dark, Georgians for the Viper. Georgians are considered one of the best civs on this map. We saw ACCM play them to pretty good success against Lewis in the first week. Dravidians I have yet to see on this map. Yet to see the Dravidians pop off. But in theory, the Dravidians could be good on this map. Actually, the more I think about it, the more I think the Dravidians are very good on this map. So Dark might be cooking here. Dark might be cooking with the Dravidians. Obviously, late game, I feel like the Georgians are the better civ. But the late game, we're very far from, right? The early game, Dravidians should be dominating. I want to showcase the map first, because I think we have some new viewers here that might not know about the map. This map is called High Tides. There's some water up front, or up top, that you can take. Some gold as well, and a relic if you want to control this area, which is important for late game. But otherwise, you have a good body of water. Now, controlling this is not good for map control. I mean, it is good to control this gold, to control the water. But it's mostly about controlling the fish, which is a nice economy boost for the early game. On the bottom, you have some shallow water, which is not bad. It's going to be, good for your villagers to get on here. But the best part about the bottom is all this gold and stone. Especially having stone there is really helpful for late game. And then, of course, we've got the 1 relic to play for down here. So, You know, good amount of hunts, good amount of shorefish. Tons of things to play for on both sides of the map. You have a lot of options with this map, which is why I think it's a cool one. No Hot, thanks for the gifted sub, or thanks for continuing the sub that they got from Inspiration. That's awesome. Thank you, No. And Viper's going to go for the dock up top. Okay, so dock up top for Viper. Something tells me that Dark will not make a dock up top. And that's probably because he only has 3 on wood. Dark will almost guaranteed go for meta arm rush this game. Why do you have Dark as the red? Because people want to see Viper in yellow, and I think yellow-red does better than yellow-blue. Personally. I think it's a little easier to watch. Little H90 feedback. It would be awesome if you can dumb down. If you could, your dumb audience. I think you left out a word there. If I can explain to my dumb audience why Dravidians are good on the map, why Georgians are better late game. I'm trying to explain as much as I can, of course. It's difficult to get into all the details, but Georgians in general tend to have the better late game units via like Hussar, heavy CA, a lot of that mobility. They also have Svan towers that are very good. Dravidians with the better early game because they get extra resources upon arriving to the next age. So that's basically like the main idea there. Viper's unwatchable if he's not in yellow. A lot of people think that way, for sure.
Just started getting my 10-year-old son into the game. Smile.
Oh, awesome. C1. Thanks to the 3 months, he's getting the new generation into Age of Empires. You know what? That's really good. Rux, this game is so much healthier for a young kid to play than the modern day games. It's slow paced. You can learn about history. It makes sense. It's logical. And it's fun. The new games are way too fast paced and they're going to fry your son's brain. But AoE 2 is amazing, so I love that. Big thumbs up from me. And listen, if your son wants to get better, tell him about my Patreon, eh? Don't sleep on the Patreon, eh? Start him at 10 years old. Slow paced? Yeah, guys. A 10-year-old playing Age of Empires 2 will be playing at a slow pace. Guys, he's not the next Hera. Alright? He's not my son. He's going to be playing slow pace. His father's going to be like, look at that soldier. He's got only 1 of him. You know? I got 100 soldiers. Hera, what history did you learn from this game? I learned that Doubt was really good 20 years ago. That's the history I learned from Age of Empires. I learned that Doubt was really good 20 years ago. And now he's washed. So that's the kind of history that I learned from Age of Empires 2. Dock goes for a dock up top. Now, this is not an innocent dock. This is not a dock of a guy that wants to fish. This is a dock of a guy that wants to target Viper's fish. Meanwhile, he's also going to go for some meta arms on the land. So Dark is double dipping his fries. All right. Everybody hates a double dipper. Not me. I always double dip my fries. I think that's the best part. He's going to go for some aggression on top, on the water. And he's going to also go for some aggression on the land. 2 attacks at the same time. And that's going to be taking advantage of the Dravidian early game. Getting the extra 200 wood. Which lets you afford doing all of this. Viper's got only a scout on the land. He's going to open to the range though. Viper's aware of the situation. Men at arms coming in. Defensive range. And now we have a second dock up top from Dark. So Dark really wants to win the water here as his main plan. Good walling from Viper. Dark just gonna hit the mule. Which is fair enough. It's pretty good to get some damage onto the mule cart. Mule cart is quite squishy, by the way. Viper has to repair this. Viper has to repair this. What? 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 What a mistake! Viper just lets his mule cart die? Was that on purpose? He just let his mule cart die. That feels like a pretty big deal. You can run that guy away. You didn't have to let it die. No, that had to be a mistake because you could just run away with the mule cart. So that was a pretty big mistake there. Dark getting some nice value early on. And yeah, Viper's going back. He doesn't have a mule cart onto that gold. Very, very big mistake there. Not one you expect to see from a guy like Viper. Men at arms continue to find some value. Dark baits the town center from Viper, goes back. The spear is pretty low HP. The archer is going to get targeted. This is a lot of pressure for Viper. Viper tends to struggle against early pressure nowadays, I feel like. but that Georgian scout gets away with 1 HP, which is hilarious because that guy will heal. Dark, Dark. Oh my goodness. Dives into the town center. What was that? And meanwhile, Dark is winning the water. So Dark's strategy works to pretty good effect, I would say. He wins the water, which is what he wanted to do. Pressures Viper on land, which is what he wants to do. But Viper is more or less okay. Viper didn't lose a single villager. He kept the scout alive, which will heal up, which is really good value. And only now does Dark have some archers and scrums coming across the map. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Game is even right now, I would say. Yeah, and Viper kind of abandons the gold as well, which is interesting. Archers on the field for Dark, coming forward. And I think Viper's going to be in a good position once it clears up the men-at-arms, actually. He's got the mule cart now on the deer. Easily defended. Switching to scouts. Life's good for Viper. And now I know Dark has the water now. He's fishing with 3 fishing ships, which is not bad. But I feel like he's going to have to defend now. And it could be difficult to defend against Georgian pressure, especially with their healing scouts that could be very annoying. Dark will give up a lot of ground now on land. He's going to go everything back. Try to defend. He's going to pick up bid axe as well. Nice to always get some economy upgrades whenever you can afford them. The earlier the better usually with those guys. But Dark's going to need fletching, and he needs a barracks. Sorry, a blacksmith before he can get that. Yeah, blacksmith comes down now. Was a little late on that guy, but it's okay. Hopefully he can defend for his sake here. But the berries are being targeted in a big way. And like I said, this feels good for Viper just because of how much pressure he gets now. I wouldn't mind Dark going to the bottom to try to take some of this free food. It is risky to do that though, because the scouts are on the field and Viper's going to kill a villager. Viper killed 1 vill. And Viper will now wall up the land and try to transition towards the castle age, most likely. Doesn't it feel bad to just give up the water to a few fire ships? Of course it feels bad, but in this case, Viper couldn't fight it. Viper's got 1 dock to 2, and he was defending on land. So I think what Viper did was the correct play. He'll make 1 demo now to try to snipe some of these fishing ships. Boom, kills 2. Good value from that demo. And that's it. Dark gets the water, but Viper in exchange gets all this land pressure. Remember, Viper would not get this land pressure if he tried to fight water. It's really important to remember that, okay? Dark defends on the hill. He's trying his best. And all that Dark has to show for the early game is the water that he won. That's all he has to show for it. Besides that, Viper actually has the advantage. Viper dives in with the scouts. He dives in with the scouts. He's going to get 1 vill for sure. He's going to go for more. Yep. 2 vills down, guys. Brutal. Viper's playing really well. Really good gameplay from Viper here. And he might get the 3-0. Dark had a good start, had a good strategy, but I think he kind of fumbled a few things. Maybe prioritized the wrong option as well. It's hard to know exactly what went wrong, but something clearly went wrong because now Viper's got a really good setup. Viper's looking for some damage. He's taking his time though. He doesn't have to rush this. Bit of a cat and mouse game. If Dark goes here, Viper can fight him on the hill, and if he doesn't want to fight, he can just back up, and he can go around if he wants. Doesn't have to fight now. Viper's got a lot of space to run. By the way, this is something that a lot of players don't realize, but being the attacking player has so many advantages. Like, for example, right here, Viper does not have to engage. And having all the space to run away, he can run away. Dark has to chase, because if Dark doesn't chase, then Viper can easily go back. So this kind of like high-level strategic, aggressive gameplay has so many benefits, as it has a very high ceiling. Now, Viper decides to fight a bit more on this hill. And watch, he'll fight a little bit more. When he doesn't want to fight, he just runs to the next hill. And he do the same thing on the next hill. And this is frustrating for Dark. It's really annoying to deal with. Dark's gonna try to wall the left side. But guys, Viper's up to Castle Age in 50 seconds. And I don't think that Dark can hold Castle Age here. I really don't think he can hold it. Viper's gonna get access to Elite Skirm, to crossbows, to knights, Bodkin arrow, all the good stuff. So here we go. Viper's gonna hold the hill. He'll fire a couple times, and then if he needs to back up, he'll back up to the next hill. And that's it. That's a really good aggressive gameplay there from Viper. Good fundamentals from him. You can see the experience that he's got. A lot of people wouldn't do that, even pro players. Man of Mystery, thanks to the 8 months prime. Welcome, my friend. Cassage comes in, but Dark fights on a little longer. I respect that. Yesterday we saw way too many early resigns. This time Dark's going to be trying his best to make something happen. Dark. Oh, Dark. Dark might resign when this happens. Beautiful counterattack from Viper. He goes back in with the scouts. This is exactly what I was talking about. If you don't chase the army, he will go back in. And this is absolutely perfect. Meanwhile, Viper's on the front with Elite Skirms. He's got Bodkin arrow as well. This game is done, guys. This game is completely done. Yep, GG's called. GG in the chat. 3-0. Viper with a clean sweep. And honestly, Dark had really good strategies for all 3 games. And I think he just fumbled the execution. GG in the chat, though, guys. That's a big win for Viper. Good comeback after losing the first set to Vivi in week 1. Someone said, Hera, you're such a Viper fanboy. You know what's funny about that? Is that somebody was in my Discord yesterday saying that I was hating Viper and that he can't wait till Viper beats me. And now I'm being called a Viper fanboy the next day on stream. I can never get it right with you people. Am I a fan? Am I not? Do I hate him? Do I love him? No matter what, I'm always getting chirped at. But yeah, really good series. So my idea for how Dark could have done the strategy better is I think he should only do 1 dock. So if I had to do his strategy again, you know what? I'm not going to share it because I think it's an amazing strategy and I would just take it and do it 10 times better than he did. And no one will know what I'm doing. So I'm not going to share it. Okay, I'll share it. I feel bad. I'll share it and I'll still do it. So what Dark should have done, he should have made the men-at-arm rush like he did, sent a villager forward to make the forward range, and only done 1 dock of pressure. You don't need the 2 docks. 2 docks is overkill. So you just want to fight Viper on water, force him to make fire ships while you kill him on land. That's the better play. And then if Viper does not want to fight water, then you win water with only 1 dock, which is way better than committing 2 docks. So that's what Dark should have done, and I think that's something that I might do myself because I like it. I think it looks good. Good strategy. I'm just out here copying strategies, to be honest with you. Grubby just tagged everyone in the Dota group, and he said, "Fuck's sake, guys, are you guys gonna practice as well, or download the game on the 24th of February?" And then Grubby said he just smacked 7 of these guys. Grubby is so scared that I posted a 1v7, and he's telling his people to practice the game. That is absolutely hilarious. All right, guys. It's time for the main event. Now, listen. No disrespect to guys like Dark and Viper. They're decent players. Dark is, solid. He's okay. Viper, so-so. I mean, he's a decent player, right? But when you have guys like Lewis that are in the same planet, same universe as guys like Viper, it's hard for Viper to get any attention. Because up next, we have the main event of the day. We got Lewis against who? Against FreakinAndy. Lewis Andy coming up next. Lewis has a lot of fans. He's probably the most popular player in all of Age of Empires right now. The biggest name of the scene. And let's take a look real quick at the standings. So Viper, with that win, Viper's going to shoot up to number 1, by the way. Or at least, yeah, I think number 1, because he's going to have... No, Viper's going to shoot up to number 2. Because he's going to have 4 points. He'll be just behind Vivi. So Viper shoots up with that win. Lewis is actually bottom of his table, which is unfortunate. Unlucky. Unlucky from Lewis. He's bottom of his table, but it's okay. It can happen. He's going to be playing today against Andy. They're both tied for 4th place. We're going to see today who's the bigger loser, Lewis or Andy. Let's find out. They're drafting right now. We're going to hop into the draft and just watch. And we're going to get right away started with the next game. This is the map draft as well. Perfect. Let me get the civ draft for you guys real quick. Lewis, Andy. Excellent. Viper Dark we can close. Beautiful. There we go. And we have the drafts. We have the drafts. Okay. All right. Everyone doing well so far? Everything good? Everyone having a good time? It's a Sunday, right? It's chill day. Nice chill day. Jay Redfield, thanks for the Prime sub. Appreciate it, my friend. Thank you. Thank you guys for watching on YouTube and Twitch. I do appreciate you guys having fun watching the stream, being here, joining me on a Sunday. Everything good. Very nice. Monocle for the game 1. Andy will pick Quarry as his home map, and Lewis will pick Slopes. So we won't see any water gameplay here. YouTube chat is pretty disappointed that you are ignoring them. Okay, let me say hi to YouTube. Hello, YouTube chats. Hera King. Oh, I like YouTube chat. What's up, Hera? Hera King guy. When Hera plays, Hera will play next week, my friend. I'm currently 6-0 in my first 2 sets. I'm doing pretty well. I'm not going to lie. Viper only did poorly versus Vivi because he was sick. Says AW2 Enjoyer. So Viper only does bad if he's sick. Okay. So today he was healthy. We'll see what happens next week. Hopefully he's not sick again. Fofoka. I just want to say though, if Viper only plays bad when he's sick, he's been sick in a lot of finals versus me over the years. You know, just an observation, of course. Just an observation. But okay, we'll see what happens with him. We'll see what happens. Could be unlucky timing, of course. But no, listen, YouTube chat, what's up? I'm seeing you guys. You guys are talking a little bit. It's pretty good. And we're going to go into the next game here. We have the draft. There we go. Perfect. Okay. You are deterping his words. I'm pretty sure deterping is not a real word. Ayase Chihaya. I'm pretty sure I played... Were you a strong player in Voobly times? I'm pretty sure I played you in Voobly like a bunch of times. How much time between TTL main events and Red Bull LAN? Like 1 week, King of the North. And in that 1 week, we're doing a Vitality Bootcamp. Does anyone want to see me vlog during the Vitality Bootcamp, or does no one care? I'm thinking of doing some vlogs. Yeah, you guys want to see some vlogs? A little bit? No? Stream the whole thing? I'm not streaming the whole bootcamp. What the hell? Viper gotta stop plague maxing? Yeah, that's true. Vlog content is better than no content. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. I might do something. We'll see. Yes, we love seeing Hart and Leary. Okay, but not me, right? I'm not important. Okay, so I would just be the cameraman then. Let me get another. I'm gonna get another yogurt. I actually love the yogurt in the morning. 1 second. Do you get along with Viper? I'm new to the AW2 multiplayer scene. No, we hate each other. It's horrible. Okay, no, I was totally kidding, by the way. Me and Viper get along well. Viper is new to the scene and he put a sad face. No, me and Viper get along well. We've done tons of videos together, by the way. We get along perfectly. We've been in the same team. We practiced together. I learned from him. I don't know if he's learning from me. I hope he is. We get along well. I got along well with like a lot of people, though, to be fair. Like, pretty much everyone. Why is it not going to the edge, by the way? I'm getting a little tilted from that. Whatever. It's fine. I have some yogurt and granola as a nice little snack. It's nice to have a little snack in between casting sets. Who do you not get along with? No one really. There's no one I hate. Out of the top 30 players, I don't hate anyone. Would you suck a Viper's toe? The hell are you talking about? Egyptians at a deli? Yeah, Egyptians about to order basturma at a deli, maybe. Closest thing to hatred. You are Viper thinks very different though tactically. I think, do you agree? You and Viper? Yeah, me and Viper do have different strategies. Is the high level commentary I'm here for? What up, Jay? Good to see you, buddy. The high level commentary is coming, yeah? Just wait till Lewis starts playing. All the Basturma slander continues? Don't get me started, chat. Turk's first pick from Andy. Okay. Wait, we have a nice comment here. Hera, I just want to tell you how much of an inspiration you are. So strong in AW2, being so nice to everyone, players, and the community. Your video about the AW2 drama is just showing it all. Keep up being awesome, man. We need more guys like you on Earth. Thanks, man. That's the nicest comment I got all day, maybe even all week. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate that. Thanks, man. I just do my best, you know? But sometimes I make mistakes as well. Notice how that comment was suspiciously when I was not casting the game. Notice how that comment came down suspiciously when I can have my hands typing on the keyboard. That could have easily been my alternate account just glazing myself. Could have been a name like Mike. Mike. That's the most common fake name out there. Hera, why you never read YouTube chat? Kebab. I'll read YouTube chat. I'm putting YouTube to the side. YouTube, say something interesting. Hera is amazing. That is why Hera King. Okay, that's pretty good. Thank you, YouTube. Thanks for saying that, eh? That's good. Sorry, my thing is all over the place. Okay, good. Someone on YouTube said, I'm eating rice with milk and cinnamon. What? Rice with milk and cinnamon? Is that real? Right now I'm having granola. Granola and yogurt, and it's actually amazing. It's very good. Turks, Mongols, Portuguese for Andy, Persians, Romans, Vietnamese, and Shu for Lewis. Oh, thank you, yeah. Make sure it's with the granola. How do you feel about T90 having more viewers than you right now? Couldn't care less. Muted, buddy? Yeah, I was just talking to To someone IRL. To a real human, not a chatter, for once. Last pick for Lewis. The Woo. All right. So Monaco, Slopes, and Quarry. That's going to be the setup here. Am I the budget T90 or the premium version of T90? I'm H90. Unofficial. I'm my own version. My own thing. I have to say, I'm a lot less professional, though. I'm a lot less professional. Like, I'm eating all the time on stream. I respond to chat comments. I'm not really running the most professional operation, but I prefer it that way. People just want to chill, you know? I don't want to... I'm not, you know, posting these on YouTube or anything. Not videos being made. So I prefer it this way. Okay, Andy's in the lobby, by the way. They're getting started. I should get Lewis on the phone. Give him a pep talk before he goes in. Amazing. So delicious. Food is broken. It might get nerfed next patch, though. So I'm trying to eat as much as I can right now. Before it gets nerfed. I'm food maxing. What's my favorite type of unit in such a game as light cav, gunpowder units, etc.? What's my favorite type of unit? I like cavalry the best. Heavy or light cavalry, I don't care. But I like cavalry. It has to be on a horse. Let's go, Lewis, my goat. Says someone on YouTube. Someone on YouTube said, this is Alex. This is Hera's 8th cup of yogurt on the stream, by the way. You freaking dirty liar, Alex. I had 7 cups of yogurt, not 8. The hell are you talking about? Alex is just out here slandering my name for free. It's insane. Making me look bad. Yo, TGN Kyle, thanks for the 27 months. And thank you, Acid Drop, for the 17 months. If you can eat any unit from AoE, which one would it be? If I can eat any unit? I would eat... the freaking... I don't know. Nothing. The sheep. Hello, Condorandino. Thanks for the prime. I appreciate it. Okay, I eat the camel. But I heard camel meat does not taste good, though. I was watching some UFC fighter eat some camel meat, and that shit did not look good. I'm not gonna lie. Are we casting Andy Lewis? Yes, sir. They're getting started very soon. They're in the lobby right now. Why on earth would you eat a camel? It's like a delicacy in the Middle East, though. It's literally a delicacy. But it's not good. Most of it's fat. It's either fat or like really gamey meat. Did Viper already beat Dark? Yes, he won 3-0. Yogurt is better, right? Yes, yogurt is better. What happened to the white headphones? I still have them, but I got new ones. These are new ones. These have better battery life, so they're much better. Delicacy just means not nice enough to eat regularly. I agree with that. I agree with that. Okay, we're still waiting for them to get started. All right. Hera, what's your favorite meal? Asks Bengo Gamer on YouTube. My favorite meal, I've got a few to be honest, but okay. My favorite meal is probably mentef, which is like an Arabic dish. But the thing I like eating the best, like on the daily, is just a sandwich. So like a soft bread sandwich with meat and cheese, either beef or chicken with cheese and maybe some vegetables. That's it. It could be a shawarma, it could be a chicken wrap, it could be anything. But it's got to be hot meat, melted cheese, few veggies, and a sandwich. Boom, perfect. I can eat that any day of the week. The stream is always about food, I swear. Yes, we like to talk about food, AW2 Enjoyer. Listen, we're waiting for the games to start. I have two options. I can talk about food or talk about nothing. I mean, the third option is taking my shirt off, but that's not going to happen. What about a big bucket of KFC? Oh god, the Americans have entered the chat. No, KFC is very overrated. I outgrew fast food. I don't like fast food. The only fast food I like is like the Argentinian fast food, which is like empanadas and shit. But like the American or Canadian fast food chains are horrible. I don't like them. Not good at all. I can understand if you can crave them sometimes, but eating them daily is horrible. The only one that looks good, you know what it is? In-N-Out. In-N-Out looks really good. I ain't gonna lie. That's the only exception, but I've never had it. But it's only in America. In Canada, they didn't have it for us. In-N-Out is trash? It's trash? Really? It looks good. In-N-Out is garbage. What? It's not. It's overrated. It's not that good. Really? Interesting. Okay. Five Guys goated? Yeah, if you've got like $1,000 to spend. You're not going into Five Guys with less than $1,000 in your pocket. You can't get anything. No, guys, I like to compare value for money. That's my new factor, by the way. If I'm going to decide to do something, I don't use cheap, expensive anymore. I use value for dollar, all right? It's a ratio. And if you go into a fast food place and you pay a little bit and you get a good amount, then fine, good value for dollar. But if you pay a lot for fast food, you're just wasting your money. It's not worth it. In my opinion, if you're going to go fast food, I would go for a shawarma place. Almost every single time. If you're gonna go fast food, just go shawarma. The way you do it is you go to the worst neighborhood. You go to like the most ghetto Arabic neighborhood. There's gunshots everywhere. The houses are being like thrown down. There's fires. And you go to the shawarma shop that has no lights. One guy working there. He's old. He's been working there for 40 years. That's the best shawarma you ever have. That's how you want to eat shawarma. All right. Don't go to the shawarma chains. We have the best shawarma in all of the Canada or something. No, it's gonna be horrible. Go to the one that is beat down. That's like you don't know if the guy's still running it. That's the best one. All right. Chad, I missed it. How did Viper go? Viper won 3-0. Honestly, quite convincing as well. Quite convincing. It was very well played from him. Dark had some good strategies, but didn't quite execute. Okay, Lewis has joined the lobby now. So they're about to start, guys. Thank you so much for your patience. I hope you've been entertained in the meantime. I'm going to just restart my game because I'm getting a little bothered with how the setup is right now. All right. Hera, eat your fruits. I already had my yogurts. I'm good. I'm okay. Another crash incoming? I really hope not. I really hope not. Yeah, don't eat fast food. It's no good. Says YouTube chat. In and out is always good value, says Christopher from YouTube. 8th yogurt, according to Alex. Yeah. I used to put pizza in my kebab and fries as a side dish. Pizza in your kebab, damn. Best shawarma I've ever had was on the streets of Cairo. Sick. Yeah, that authentic Middle Eastern shawarma, eh? Straight from the source. Love to see it. Hera, when do you eat fruits? I like to eat fruits in the morning. I think in the morning fruits is the best. Why is Hera in Argentina? I like it. It's amazing here. They have good weather every single day. Bro, zoom your damn camera out. Shut up, Jesus. What the hell are you talking about? It's perfectly zoomed. Alright, we're waiting for the lobby to start now. Almost done. Have I met Messi? No. Messi wanted to meet up with me. He sent me a message, but I was busy that day. I said, listen, Messi, I appreciate you reaching out. He wanted to meet the GOAT of Age of Empires. I said, listen, I'm a little busy right now. It's tough, but, you know, I said maybe another time. He'll reach back out to me if he wants to. Why are your eyes different sizes? No, they're the same. It's just the angle. What are you typing? We can see your giggles. I'm not typing anything. I'm just sitting here. Harry, do you like ice cream? What's your favorite flavor? I love ice cream. More food questions, my favorite. Okay, the games have started. Officially, the games have started. Listen, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to answer this last ice cream question. I love ice cream. My favorite ice cream is probably just generic vanilla soft serve ice cream with goodies inside. Like a Blizzard from Dairy Queen. And don't get me started on those. But yo, Andy versus Vivi. No, Andy versus Lewis. Excuse me. Starting right now. Let's do it like this. Get your predictions in the chat. It's 3 games all played. The games will start in 1 minute. Predictions in the chat. I'm saying 3-0 Lewis. I don't care. I'm going all in on Lewis. All in on Lewis. 3-0 Lewis. And get your predictions in the chat. Both YouTube and Twitch, guys. Don't be shy. I'm reading everyone. Don't be shy. What was the Viper result? Viper won 3-0. Okay, I'm going to quickly use the washroom and I'll be right back. 30 seconds, and then we hop in. All right, guys. Sorry about that. Hopping right in. We have some action right away, by the way. Andy goes forward. Andy's laming. He's going for the village. He's going to kill one of Lewis's villas right off the bat. That's a big start right there. It's a big start for our boy Andy. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. But we didn't crash, which is good. So, welcome to game 1, Lewis versus Andy. Lewis is going to be in the blue as the Romans, and Andy in red as the Mongols. Mongols are not known for this map, per se. It's more of like an infantry-based map, so Romans kind of fits a bit better, but Lewis has just lost the bill. What the hell did Andy do there? He just went forward to the villager? Tried to put the pressure? I mean, good start from him. He's going to be able to get off to a nice early game opening. Andy's going to go ahead and just drop a lumber camp on this wood. This wood is huge, by the way. This is almost glitched, by the way. I have so much wood. Did they add more wood on this map? Can I get a confirmation of that? I think they might have added more wood because there's so many more trees now. Either way, Lewis will continue to develop. And now Andy's just going to go over to the shorefish. But he should pick up the second boar if he wants it. Probably soon. He's going to go heavy on wood. Why is he so heavy on wood? I think that means he wants to go for some kind of like early game men-at-arms or something like that. Yeah, Andy's almost guaranteed going men-at-arms. He lured the deer, then he went back. What? What is he doing? Why did he lure the deer, then abandon it? Is Andy fast castling? I'm so confused by what Andy's doing there. He's going to go ahead and scout with a scout now across the map. I don't think he could fast castle, but you never know with the Mongols what he decides to do. Guys, it looks like a fast castle build from Andy. It really does. He has so much wood. And he's not taking the hunt fast, which is what Mongols usually try to do. He's going shorefish first, which tells me he's trying to fast castle, kind of. But I'm not really sure. We'll keep an eye on him. Over on the other side, Lewis is going for a standard build. Probably wants to just go for a fast feudal age, maybe into some early game infantry with the Romans. Makes sense. TOS confirmed that he did not change the wood. Okay, so just a spawn with more wood than usual. And Andy's trying to wall up here a little bit. I think he's playing the map. I think he might try to fast castle. I really do. Why? What it means, fast castle? Fast castle means you rush to the castle age as fast as possible. Normally, players go up to feudal age first. They fight in feudal age, and then they go to castle age later. Fast castle means you skip the fighting in feudal age. Barracks up top. Let's see if Andy goes loom or if he continues to produce more villagers. Loom from Lewis, though. Loom from Lewis. Okay, makes sense. Lewis is going to go for a standard uptime. 18 vills. Goes for his barracks. He did lose one, so this is like the timing of a 19 villager play. And he still has a boar here that's living rent-free in my mind. Why the hell are we not taking the boar, Andy? Maybe he's just keeping it for later. And he's going to go up to feudal age. No, I think he's fast casting, guys. It's 20. I know it's only 20 villagers, which is not... You know, not that many, but I'm almost sure he's fast castling. He lured in his last deer. He still has his boar. He's just going to abuse the fish as much as he can first and then finish up the rest of what he needs with the boar. And then he's going to be going up. That's what he's doing. He's going fast castle, I think, into step lancers. And now Lewis has to try to find a way to punish that. Lewis is housed, though. Lewis is housed. Make a house. Oh, he made one. I don't know where, though. He just made one somewhere. And he's going to be going with a vill forward as well. Interesting. Yeah, Andy is not playing with the usual pick here. Like, Mongols are not usually played on this map. On Monocle. So he's playing with a bit of an anti-meta pick. Lewis is not really reacting well to what he's seeing, in my opinion. Like, he's just kind of playing normally. He's going to go for some men-at-arms to open up. And I mean, it's not like it's bad to go men-at-arms here. It's no problem to do men-at-arms. But maybe a forward villager or forward tower could be interesting as well. Men-at-arm opening here. The stream lurker, thank you for the prime sub. Appreciate it. Continue lurking on the stream, man. Appreciate having you here. Thanks for the prime. And now Andy's going to finish up with that boar. I don't think he has enough to click up, though. I think Andy might have messed up his build. Andy does not have enough resources to click up to the next stage, guys. He's going to go stable blacksmith. But we need a market. We don't have enough food. Andy, we don't have enough food. Who's going to tell him? Huh? He doesn't have enough food. Andy's defeated. He killed himself. He actually killed himself. He needs to wait. He needs to wait for a market. Andy actually killed himself. Look, he finished his last bit of food. 150 to go. Oh my goodness. He messed up the build, but he snipes the archer. That's huge. Lewis, that's a very, very noob mistake from Lewis there, I have to say. Andy goes for a tower now. Oh, we're long distance taking the berries. We're missing 90 food. Some of the chat said this looks like my fast castle, to be honest. Yep, makes sense. Makes sense. Very relatable gameplay here from Andy. I mean, he's in an idle, but it's a minute of idle TC time. Let's see if it's good enough. Now he needs to get enough resources to actually make something, though. He's gonna go for step lancers, obviously. Lewis behind this is continuing to expand into the shorefish. He's making more archers. It's gonna be men-at-arms and archers. Tower defense will hit the wood and the gold. We'll keep that safe. Mark it now, just to keep himself walled. I like this from Andy. And he's gonna go with another mill on the shorefish. I like this from Andy. In my opinion, I would go even further, by the way. I would go even further. How do you make step lancers with no food? Well, Lewis is making a crucial mistake. He's pressuring the front, but what Lewis should be doing is pressuring the outside. You gotta keep the Mongol player off food right now. Letting Andy get away with this is the worst thing you could be possibly doing. So I think if Lewis wants to actually try to win this game or deny Andy from being able to make many step lancers, you gotta get back to the outside. And I think he might be doing that now. Killing the market would be huge, but I don't think he can do that. He wouldn't have enough time. The market takes forever to kill. And Andy could easily make a new one. Andy's gonna wall this up. He obviously can't run away, because if he runs away, then he's got no food. But walling it up is nasty. It's not even like a good solution. Doesn't feel good at all. Scout's likely to go down. And we're gonna wall it up and then run anyways. Oh, terrible. Oh my goodness. It's like we build an entire house and then we don't use it. We just go sleep on the curb. And a villager goes down. Maybe a second vill as well. Lewis, good pressure there, buddy. Andy's starving. And I feel guilty about eating 8 yogurts today. And Andy's starving. He's got no food. 1 stable step lancers. With the first one going across the map, Lewis is now going to try to defend with some towers. Remember, he's still stuck in the feudal age, so we'll see what Andy can do with this fast castle. He has to kill a lot of villagers, though, that's for sure. I would just go forward with the other step lancers, I think. Okay, here we go, though. Andy's getting some value. I like this from Andy. I really do. He gets a villager. Looks for another one. Might get the second one. Beautiful. Gets 2 vills. 2 vills for Andy. Has more step lancers on the field. And in theory, right, if he's able to kill 5 or 10 villagers from Lewis, Andy's back in the game. Lewis is fumbling. Lewis is fumbling. You gotta be careful. He's gonna get bloodlines. Andy is prioritizing bloodlines over getting any villager production, which is a huge decision. He's trying to defend, but I think it's a mistake to defend. I think you have to attack. He's going to try to fight, but Lewis is caught hibernating once again, guys. Lewis asleep as always. Oh my goodness, guys. Never let Lewis drive you home. He's going to sleep at the wheel. It's bad. He's going to lose all of his army. Kills only 1 step lancer, and now Andy has a score lead. Andy, go back to your fish, brother. Go back and enjoy some food. And now he's going to counterattack with the step lancers. But hold on. Lewis is up to the next stage. And he's going 2 range archers. And he's got a couple spears and a tower to defend his shorefish villagers. So he should still be okay here. I would say that Andy needs to kill a few villagers at least. I would say minimum 3 villagers for me to think he still has a chance. If he doesn't kill 3 villagers, Lewis's economy and setup is probably still in a better position. Andy's looking. He's not going to get anything on the first run through. But gets some idle time and some reaction, which is not even that bad. A minute to go till Castle Age. And he's looking for some more. Not going to really find it here, though. He might force. He's going to force onto it, isn't he? I think it's not worth going for. What would I do in this situation? Okay, he gets 1 vill. I feel like I just try to pressure the main base myself. I don't know. This feels forced. He lost his Step Lancer. Lewis's defense is solid. He did kill 1 villager, though, so it's not horrible, but feels like it could be a bit better there. And Lewis has 700 food in the bank. So even if he lost all of these villagers, he'd still be in a decent position. Because he doesn't really need the food right now. Crossbow Bodkin. Yeah, meanwhile, Andy's on welfare. Andy's got nothing, guys. He has nothing. He's got enough for 1 stable Step Lancers. And then maybe he can afford a Siege Workshop. Maybe. Lewis is coming across the map with some crossbows. Soon to be crossbows and Bodkin. These guys. Andy tries to poke his way in. Lewis should be able to easily wall that. But forcing your opponent to wall is still good, by the way. You should still try to do that. Not a bad thing. And now Andy's going to defend with a Townsend on the side. Okay, nice. That's a good way to defend. But 3 villagers here. Lewis is coming in. That's a snack and a half, guys. 1, 2, 3. Easy. Yep. 1, 2, 3. Villagers all down. Meanwhile, Andy dove in deep and did kill 2 spears, but nothing else. Lewis will now abandon this area unless Andy can get back in. Lewis stays in, plays it safe. Cav Archers coming out for Lewis, so crossbows into Cav Archers. Roman Cav Archers, not something you see every day, but they're pretty good in Castle Age. The Step Lancers dive in. He's going to snipe 1 fill and go back. And he does have the Townsend on the outside, which has Hunt near it, which is quite good for the Mongols. And it looks like it's just going to be Lewis circling the base, looking for more. Game is pretty even right now. I would say advantage to Lewis, just based on him having superior genetics for gaming. And also the fact that he's got the Cav Archers on the field, which I think are a better unit long-term than the Step Lancers, at least for Castle Age. And Andy's really going through it right now. He's got so little economy. He's getting Horse Collar, though, so hopefully some farms can come through. There we go. Yeah, just a few farms. He made a Siege Workshop, a couple of Scorpions. And so the next position, in my opinion, where Mongols really win this is in late game. The next 20 minutes will be in favor of Romans. If Mongols can survive to late game, Elite Mangudai, Onagers, Hussar, all of these options can be better than what Romans have in late game, alright? I like that Andy's got the second town center. He's bringing his Step Lancers back now. He's defending with some Scorpions only. Lewis with the CA on the front has the forward workshop as well. Can easily pressure this. And the only thing that's good for Andy here is that Lewis hasn't really been able to find much damage. He killed the 3 vills initially, but since then, not really much has happened. Does snipe a Scorpion for relatively free there, though. Did I expect the Cav Archers? I did, yeah. Lewis loves them. He always goes Cav Archers if he can. He's a huge fan, in fact. And Scorpions are only good if you've got multiple. 1 Scorpion is useless. Who won, Viper or Dark? Viper won 3-0. He played very well. A ram from Lewis. A Mangonel here is way better. Why would he go for a ram? A Mangonel's better because you can just target the villagers and the scorpions over the wall. I guess the ram can help in taking down the market, but yeah. Andy would just go for his own Mangonel now and defend. So I'm not a fan of that ram. But Lewis is still in a great position. Major advantage Lewis right now. Despite being 8 workers down, he's still in a good spot. Yeah, this kind of harass is so good. Just nasty. Look at that. A lot of the villagers going down. A lot of them idle. He can't work. She's got a villager lead, but it's worth nothing. Meanwhile, on the front, the ram is still there, getting pushed back for now, but Mangonels are coming in. Villager goes down for Lewis, though. Okay, Andy's holding on. But just so much more army for Lewis on the field right now. And Andy does not have a good answer to that. All users were taken thanks to the 30 months. 2 days in a row. Okay, man. Good to see you on this weekend. On this fine weekend. What up, big man? Thanks to 30 months. Step Lancer's doing well on the field here. Starting off strong. Good defense from Andy there. He still has a 6 villager lead. If he can defend himself, he'll be in a good position. We have a little bit of a pause here. Okay. A little bit of a pause. Fair enough. Oh my goodness. Bengal Gamer has gifted 50 subs on YouTube. YouTube, say what's up. Thank you, Bengal Gamer. I appreciate that. 50 sub gifts on YouTube. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Alright, a little bit of a pause, but now we're back. Lewis has the Mangonel pushing in. Andy, though, defends with his own Mangonel. And Andy could get the score lead now. Oh, that was a successful defense. Wow. Good clutch Mangonel there. But his army is just... He's got no army. It's inexistent, right? He's just defending with one Mangonel. And his villagers got to get back to work. Oh, Lewis with a farm trick there. Almost lands it. Step Lancer's to counterattack. Lewis with a quick wall. Who does this guy think he is? Yep. Gets hit through the wall. Feels bad, man. Alright, something in my eye. My bad. Alright, Lewis is starting to add some economy, though. 3 TCs for him. Bill count's still relatively close. I still prefer Lewis's position by far, guys. I still prefer Viper's... sorry, not Viper. Lewis's position by far. Mixed up the names there.
I can see the future. Hera will win TTL without dropping a single map all tournament.
And that would be crazy. If that happens, Jartran, that would be absolutely wild. And we can say that you called it. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate it, my friend. Market should go down here. Yeah, market goes down. Actually, Andy killed his own market, which is hilarious. Cavalry go in, guys. This game is donezo. This game is donezo. Lewis is in. Lewis is unstoppable. He's got his eyes on the wood line. Only one Mangonel here from Andy, but it goes down. Lewis snipes the second Mangonel. Andy's got one more. Andy defends, but barely. He's still losing his entire wood line. He's losing his entire wood line. That's rough stuff from Andy there. Good attack round. He's holding off as much as he can here. Oh, big shot. But the Cavalries are still getting good value. Okay, I mean, listen. 3 TCs for Lewis. The game continues. 3 TC for Andy as well. He's onto some stone now. Maybe if he can get to Magnetai. Maybe. You never know. He can still make this game work. He's not that far behind. Like, he's far behind, but it's still playable. It definitely is still playable for Andy here. 4th Town Center now for Lewis, though. He's getting really far ahead in terms of economy. I would like to see Lewis use the shorefish more, though. I will say, I wouldn't ignore the shorefish entirely here. He's using a little on the bottom. Yeah, I would use some of that shorefish because it's still a really good source of food. I think Hera will eat another yogurt on this stream. It's unlikely because I'm out of yogurts. So it's unlikely. But if I had more yogurts, I would probably eat another one. I'm not going to lie. Guys, we have a treasure train right now. Listen, I'm not one to say how you should spend your money, but if you want to gift some subs, if you're dying to gift subscriptions to the channel, this is the perfect time to do it because Treasure Train gives you a 35% off, a 35% discount. Hera, did you read my offer? What offer? Let me see. I have a game, Hera. Someone drops 50 subs and I drop 100. If somebody gives 50, all users drops 100. He did this yesterday as well. Listen, Treasure Train's here. Perfect timing. You guys decide. You guys decide. Thank you all users for that. Appreciate you, man. All right, Cav Archer's making their way around. Looking for some value. Andy's defending. He's going to go for a castle at the back. But this castle's extremely beta. Extremely at the back. Not very, yeah, not very threatening. And Lewis will easily just punish this. Kills the Mangonel. Dodges. And this is all Lewis, guys. All Lewis. Thank you, Roxy, for the 2 gifted. Really appreciate it. And now the CA would just destroy all of these villagers. Oh, God. Andy, 97%. Oh, my goodness. It's 99. Just get it. Just get it. The castle goes up, but so many villas have died. So many villas have died. Ballistics is in. Lewis is doing really well. 85 villas to 60. Really good performance from Lewis, guys. Andy's still trying, but at this point, he's got no chance. And we got some subs coming in. Raven with the 5 subs. Shah with the 10 subs. And Swoop with the 5 gifted. Thank you so much, guys. Really do appreciate it. Very motivating on this nice Sunday cast. The games have been really good today, though. I will say. The games have been really good. Lewis is making the rounds with the Cav Archers. He's about to win the first game. And I will say, it's been an interesting strategy from Andy. It really has been an interesting strategy, but I feel like he messed up his build order. And yeah, he just has to call the GG now. GG in the chat. Lewis takes game 1. Expected. It is Lewis at the end of the day, guys. This isn't like a Viper where like you expect him to win, but if he loses, you'd understand. With Lewis, you just expect him to always win. He is just that good. Well played to Lewis, though. He looked a bit shaky in certain areas. It looks like he hesitated a little bit. But when he gets to Cav Archers are just his comfort zone. And I don't know, I feel like Andy had an interesting strategy, but it didn't quite work out as well as he wanted, I feel. But it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad by any means. So, you know, well played there. Well played there to Lewis. A nice try from Andy. Definitely respect the fast castle. And we'll move on to game 2 now. Lewis was coached by Hera. I did coach Lewis a little bit. Someone on YouTube said that was over when Andy messed up the fast castle. I kind of agree, yeah. I think if Andy did a better job with the fast castle, he could have won that game very quickly with the step launchers. But he really messed up. How's life, brother? Can't complain, my friend. I'm doing well. I hope you guys are all doing well. Hope everyone's doing fine. And if you're not doing well, I hope this cast on a Sunday can help you get through some bad times, of course. Hera is Obi-Wan and Lewis is Anakin. I have no idea what those names mean. I know it's from Star Wars, but that's where my knowledge ends. It's going to be Andy's home map next, Quarry. And I'm interested to see what civs we're going to see there. I think we have Turks there as well. All users with the 50 gifted. Sheesh. W's in the chat, boys. 50 gifted. Listen, it's not quite the 100, but he drops the 50 anyway. Thank you so much, man. Really appreciate it. Damn. Chat was 30 short. It's a fair deal, man. They dropped 20, dropped 50. That's a good ratio. I'm happy with it. I can't complain. Greetings, Hera from Costa Rica. Hello, Diego. What's up? Hera's running out of food and water. I'm actually out of water. I have to get something else, but I have another bottle here. I'm going to be finishing. No, it's okay. I have one. Thank you. Attila the Hun. Thank you for the 2 months tier 1. Appreciate it. Thank you, Attila. Guys, I have the real Attila the Hun watching me. I told you we're famous nowadays. Hello, Pala Waifu. Thank you for the Prime for 2 months. Brandino just tagged all users and said, "Dang, bro, you rich. My kids are hungry." Brandino, if your kids are hungry, what you doing watching the stream? Get out there and feed your kids. You gotta get out there and work hard. All right, 30 seconds to the next game, guys. Turks versus Woo. Whoa, the Woo. You better get those kids some Dairy Queen coupons. Exactly. You know ball, Harry Hennessy. You know ball. All about the DQ coupons. All right. Sebastian's playing really well. Any thoughts on Sebastian? Yeah, he's doing well. He's doing well. I have only good things to say about him. All right, moving in to game number 2. This is going to be Andy's home map. It's called Quarry. Now, we've seen this before. We've seen this from TheViper versus Dark. And I saw some good strategies in that one. I really did. But here we've got brand new civilizations. We've got the Woo from Lewis. And we've got Turks from Andy. Now, map is pretty interesting. But Andy is not going to waste any time. He's sending a forward villager. He did this in the first game as well. I wonder why he's all about the forward vills. Harry, do you think Janissaries need a buff to be decent? I think they're already pretty good, but they need more accuracy. I think that's the thing that's frustrating about them. This is Andy's home map. Lewis sees the villager, by the way. He sees the villager. Oh, this could affect the Gamba. Andy has been caught out. Lewis does not want to engage, though. He just sees the vill and will react accordingly. He's going to bring in his boar. He's going to send 2 vills to try to stop this one. 2 vills to kill 1 vill is a bit overkill, though, no? He's going to lose 1 sheep. Andy's already in his mind. Lewis... Oh, he's going to miss the sheep by 1 tile. Look at those 2 sheep. Somebody tell him, Lewis. Oh, he found them and he takes his sheep back. Lewis is playing well. Lewis is playing very well. Andy has been spotted, but I think it's still fine. And you know what? The fact that Lewis spotted Andy behind his base and Andy's going back now, Lewis could be thinking about that vill for a long time. And Andy actually took 2 sheep. So guys, I would say that Andy walks away with an advantage from that early game. Andy forced Loom from Lewis, and Andy didn't get Loom. Why does that matter? Without Loom, Andy's now up an extra villager. So I think Andy's in a good position here with this early game cheese, even though nothing actually happened. He's sniping some of the deer. Lewis could kill this villager though. Andy, you might have overstayed your welcome. He's so good at quick walling though. Andy is legitimately amazing at quick walling. He is so good at it. I'm telling you, he's gonna hit this one. He's a good quick waller. So that's what I was saying. Andy is the worst quick wall in the game. He's no Viper, guys. He's no Viper. Pretty sloppy on his end. He should have got that one. But, you know, don't expect anything from him. He's just not that good at it. Lewis gets the kill. That's not too bad. Lewis gets the kill. And he's going to continue developing like normal. Goes to the second boar here. And can continue luring in some deer as well. The only thing is that you have to worry about is that Andy still has more HP on the scout. So in theory, Lewis could lose the scout. Oh. Andy's honing in. Andy is honing in. Can Lewis run away? It's so close. He actually makes it out. Damn, so intense. Lewis really wants to keep that scout alive. Another forward vill from Andy. Dude, this guy does not get bored of this. Okay. Surely it goes down now. Surely. Yeah. Scout goes down. And now Lewis goes for a barracks on the front. So he's playing as the Wu, which is an early game infantry civilization. The Turks are not about the early game infantry though. They're more about like the late game. Really strong late game, but they can also fast Imperial pretty well. So the fast imp with Turks is actually quite solid. I wouldn't mind seeing that, you know. I think it's a pretty good option. And he's just going to wall up a little bit potentially. I have no clue what the hell is going on, but it's interesting. Well, if you have any questions, Brandino, let me know. I can try my best to answer them, or the chat can help as well. Another Vil coming forward from Andy. Remember, we're still in the Dark Age. All of this, all of what you're seeing right now is just early game fighting, early game military. It's just some small harassment. It doesn't have very big impact. It can, but right now, nothing major has happened. Alright, Andy's gonna fully wall his base. Get things set up. Oh, that deer's going in. He's gonna eat it right next to the berry bushes. It could set up a nice mill there. Any strategy from Andy or just walls? It's just walls for now. And Lewis clicks up to Feudal Age a little faster. So Lewis has his barracks. Likely to go for men-at-arms. Men-at-arms are, you know, strong early game infantry. They're quite good, actually. They're quite strong units. And Andy is going to go out here with a few villagers. We'll take some deer and we'll likely make a mill. And now he's walling up his base with a defensive barracks as well. So Andy's got a few options, alright? He can go fast feudal, or like fast-ish feudal. Try to go for some defensive archers and kind of keep his base safe. Or he can stay a little longer in Dark Age and then go for a fast castle. And then in Castle Age, he can just go for like a castle drop, Janissaries, maybe play cav archers. He's got a lot of options. Hey Hera, there will be a LAN event in Germany quite soon at the Gamescom. I think it is fantastic because some pro level players will play with the community. I was wondering whether you can show support to the event by taking your shirt off right now. You guys, I thought you were going to invite me to the event. I thought you were going to say, hey Hera, there's this event going on. I want you to come. I'm going to pay your plane ticket. I'd be like, hell yeah, I'm coming. But no, you want me to take my shirt off. Of course. Of course. Hera, my wife asked if your wife is also playing AoE. Please tell her she doesn't believe me. Yes, my wife plays Age of Empires as well, and she's very good. Tower forward from Lewis. He's got the 1 forward. Andy does not see that, okay? Andy does not see that tower, so he's completely clueless. He doesn't know. Men-at-arms, forward tower. Now Andy does spot it, of course. And he's going to be defending from his base. Luckily for Andy, he's up quite fast here, so he knows that the men-at-arms are coming in. And he's going to try to defend as best he can with some walls early on. Now we have the 1 archery range transition from Lewis as well. Okay. Nice. Defense. Goes for the tower. Brilliant. Yep. Good defense from Andy. And the game continues. No one is really winning or losing from this. The game continues. Now, if you ask me, I think that the guy who's defending is usually in the better position if it's an equal game. Because the guy defending has not invested as much into the military. And so the only time the guy who's attacking gets extra damage or gets extra value or even pulls ahead is if he actually causes the defending player to invest into the defense. So far it's been a tower versus a tower, which is even. And now he's forcing out a range with some archers. But not much. Daniel, what's up? Thanks for the 61 months prime. Appreciate it, man. Thank you, Daniel. Does emotional damage count? Emotional damage does count. But Andy's a bit of a psychopath. He doesn't really have emotions. He's a stone cold killer, you know? Otherwise known as a German, you know? Very strict, straight to the point, all about the facts. We leave the emotions out of it here. Although he is Austrian, which is close enough. Let's be real here. Let's be real. Listen, an Austrian and a German walk into a room. You're not going to say, hey, look, that's an Austrian and a German. You have to be like, dude, that's 2 Germans. Right? 2 archers on the field. Solid defense so far. Just like Canada and the USA. Worst take ever. Alright, Grandpa, let's get you to bed. But I have Austrian friends and German friends, and they feel like it's the same people, honestly. I am German, and that was the worst joke ever. Is it a sensitive topic for you? But I'm not really joking. Like, for me, it's like the people seem the same. But anyways, back to our game, of course. Andy continues to develop and continues to defend. But Lewis is finding his way in. He's in a tower here. And Lewis is going to get in with archers and men-at-arms. Four men-at-arms, 4 archers coming in. Only 5 archers to defend, but 5 archers is good. So far, so good for Andy. This tower does nothing for Lewis. Guys, bless Lewis's heart. I feel like this is the first time that he's actually going towers himself. It's like he watched MBL do this to him 10,000 times. And now he's finally the guy who's tower rushing. But I feel like that tower there is not that good. It needs to be a few towers further forward. Alright, archer armor coming in now. I think Andy's in a good position here. Good micro from both. Dude, the micro level's really raised, honestly. Everyone's just so good at microing nowadays. Oh, I like this from Andy. The pressure's on the bottom. He goes up top and tries to snipe down this forward tower. Lewis is trying to react, sends a couple men-at-arms there. We'll see what unfolds on that side of the map. So far on the bottom, it's just a micro back and forth. Lewis a little cleaner with the micro, but it's pretty even. Lewis will kill a Vil. Then I don't like it from Andy. I would have just rather him see... I would have just rathered him garrison the tower and then kill it slowly. Drop a gate. He's going to go straight to the front now. He really wants to clear this tower. Lewis sends a Vil forward to keep that tower alive, which is so annoying for Andy. That tower's like a thorn in his side. Stable at the back. I like that. Just go for stable and just clear the pressure. If I was Andy here, what I would try to do is try to go stable, clear all the pressure, and then go for a fast Imperial after it. I think that would be a really good option as the Turks. Because for those who don't know, you might not know this actually, but the longer you stay in feudal age, generally speaking, the more you can fast imp after it. Cut Hera some slack. He only just left North America. No, but listen. First of all, I'm Canadian, guys. I don't got that American education. I obviously know that Germans and Austrians are different. I was just commenting on them being a similar people. You guys gotta relax. I can't get called an American over that. Come on now. That's too harsh. I am a proud Canadian. Aren't they the same? Okay, I see how it was offensive, guys. I have to apologize to the Germans and the Austrians. I now see how it was... okay. Calling Canadians and Americans the same is very offensive. I will not stand for that. And I understand the point. Point made. Yeah, I am not American. Now it makes sense. Now it makes sense. But good play from Andy there. Gets the scout on the field. He's gonna clear up the skirmishers, and he also doesn't knock down that tower just yet. I don't know. Andy's in a decent position, but I feel like Lewis killed a couple Vils. He still has his forward position. It's tough to say who's got the advantage right now, but I feel like it's a pretty even game. Yeah, I feel like it's a pretty even game. Spear goes a little too close. Archers will shoot down the spearmen nice and easy. Hera, what do you think about the homeland cheating and curling? We covered the curling. The conclusion was Austria can F off. All right. That was we've covered the curling drama. We covered the curling drama yesterday. It was a good time. Castlage in for Andy. A little bit faster than Lewis, but Lewis is about to click up. Back at Lewis's base. So peaceful, by the way. Oh, Craigasm. The one mining camp for both. Extreme value for Lewis there. Oh, I used to dream about moments like this as a kid, by the way. I used to love this. I used to have a stone mine like this and a gold mine like this. I make a mining camp in the middle and call it a day. But to actually get an efficient one for pro play is super solid. Love that. Love that for Lewis. And Lewis is getting through the gates. And Andy pauses. Oh my goodness. The freaking hordes of Lewis are coming in. This is not the time for a pause. Alright. Good stuff, guys. What up, chat? What are we talking about? Pause to think about surrendering. He's still okay. Sorry, hotkey. Go. Gob. Gob. Okay. That's a double S for the German language? It's Goss. Okay. Wait, that's the German language or the Austrian language? Just kidding. Just kidding. Alright. Alright, Gasledge in for Andy. He's gonna go for a defensive workshop. Crossbow Bodkin and Bloodlines. So he's setting up Cav Archers maybe, or maybe he just wants to go crossbows with a couple knights. Remember, Wu can make the Jian Swordsman a very strong anti-archer infantry. And Andy defends with the workshop, goes for a mangonel. Lewis has really good pressure with these towers. And like I said, has access to Jian Swordsman behind this. He gets infantry armor. Only the one barracks for him so far, though. And Andy just goes for a town center up top. Looking to expand, looking to continue to develop his economy, despite all the pressure on the front. Oh, Lewis canceled. Sorry, Andy canceled crossbow. So he's only going to go Cav Archers now. I think that was a mistake. I would like to see crossbows. I think you need to get the crossbow upgrade. But, you know, maybe you just can't afford it. He wants the knights on the field. Jan Swordsman, gonna be the transition for Lewis right now. Andy only has 5 on food, guys. Andy's in a really bad position. He's trying to go with another town center, but it's gonna be hard to justify that. He lost so many of his farms. Luckily, he still has some of his berry bushes still alive. He did kill the tower up top. This is game 2. This is not game 3. And Lewis will go with a defensive town center. Okay. So 2 town centers behind this. He's not all in. 2 mangonels on the field, though. The Jansswordsmen are going in. They're so strong versus archer units. And the knights are having a coffee. Get the knights involved. Andy was caught sleeping there, guys. I swear, both these players are sleeping on defense. The defense has not been sharp. I think Andy needs to bum rush the towers, honestly. Because he's just going to abandon everything, but that's so bad. Andy's in trouble, guys. Major advantage, Lewis, despite what the score says. Lewis is clearly winning in my eyes right now. Andy has to run. Yeah, this is not pretty at all. He's going to go to the back gold. At least he's got one. 3rd town center at the back for Lewis. He's going to go with another tower here. Andy has a mangonel. He could eject it and snipe these 3 villagers. I think it's worth a try. Because killing those villagers is like the difference between having to continue defending the push and it being over. It being stopped. Okay, a counterattack from Andy. I can get behind the counterattack. I think he needs to try something here. He's got 3 knights. Like, this isn't really a big problem, especially with the monks there. Yep. Good defense from Andy. This isn't really a big problem. The Gen Swordsmen are good, but they're not that great. Andy gets one of his cow archers converted. Pretty sloppy there from him. Good defense from Lewis, though, of course. Lewis gets some outposts on the field. Andy has a monk of his own. Wants the middle relic. And Lewis just deletes the cow archer and calls it a day. Men-at-arms are chasing the monk. I think Lewis gets it. Does Andy quick wall in time? Andy, save your monk! The tower's there. The tower's there, and he's able to save the monk. Damn, that's a clutch tower right there if I've ever seen one. Cow Archer's doing a good job defending, though. Sanctity coming in. So Andy wants to invest more onto the monks. Why not guard tower from Lewis? Because Lewis has never clicked guard tower in his life. He's not necessarily the guy who's known for guard towers. Known to, be a tower rusher. He's not like me or anything like that. He's no Hera, guys. He doesn't have that tower rush experience. What is that tech? Guard tower? It's a tech from the university. It's basically an upgrade for the towers. Okay, so we have a chop up top. Andy's going to go for a counter raid. I like this a lot. Lewis will defend with an outpost. And meanwhile, Andy's doing well. He's keeping the push away from his base. 2 rams coming out trying to take out the market. Lewis has 1 monk on the field, but it's not going to get a conversion somehow. And that villager goes down as well. Sheesh. Okay. Andy? Andy, you can't just sit under the town center, my friend. That is an enemy town center. We have to respect it. Defense is going solid, though. It's going well. Andy's actually defending and making a game out of this. I thought Lewis had a major advantage. I still think he does. He's got 4 town centers. But the counterattack from Andy has been super solid. And Andy's defense has been successful. Oh! Andy dodges. It's going to be a 1-for-1 in the end. Pretty good trade for Lewis, though. He got more HP off of it. And Andy now gets involved with his villagers. He's so sick and tired of these towers. Get these towers off my screen. Tell him, Andy. Castle to defend and clear all the towers. Finally. That's going to be such a good move from Andy. I love that one. Cavalry's will get defended, will get cleared up. Or at least pushed back, which is good enough. 15 villager lead for Lewis. A bit more in terms of the economy upgrades as well. But Turks don't need a lot of economy to find success. Turks are a civ that can get to Imperial Age and do wonders with very little economy. And they also have a better late game than the Wu in general, I believe. I think, at least. But who knows? Maybe the traction traps are going to be really solid. You never really know. Good counterattack from Lewis here up top. Okay. What does Wu do against Turks in late game? So I think you have a few options. I wouldn't give up on the Wu just yet. We have Imp coming in for Lewis. You could go Halb, Skirm, and then Traction Traps. But I think the secret for the Wu in late game is the Traction Traps. Alright? It's very important. Good trades from Lewis here. Relic count is 3-2 in favor of Lewis, by the way. Alright, Andy snipes a monk and a villager. And goes for a nice counterattack here. A lot of cav archers being masked up. So it looks like cav archers is going to be the Imperial Age game plan for Andy. Cav archers, maybe hussars, then bombard cannons as well. Let's see what the Wu can do here. Lewis does have a Vil lead. Does have the economy lead as well. He's missing on map control. He's got very little map control, but he has a relic advantage. So there's pros and cons to both positions here. But overall, I would say that Lewis is still in the better position, at least on the field at the moment. Economy upgrades coming in. Andy needs to do the same and get some of his own economy upgrades as well. Now, the Wu unique unit is interesting, the Fire Archer, but it's not very good. The Fire Archer is not that crazy. It's only decent, I feel like. Alright, Andy's now clicking Imp. Lewis is in Imp. He's setting up some Haguan cavalry, maybe. I think that's the wrong call. He's gonna try Haguan cavalry. He's gonna try to chop the sides. Go heavy Haguan. I think it's the wrong call. I think you have to play Sturm, Halb, Traction Traps. It's the only comp that can actually win against what Andy has right now. Andy's got a crazy Turk Imperial Age setup. For those who don't know, Turks are one of the best Imperial Age civilizations in the entire game. Very, very strong civ. Very hard to deal with as well. Two minutes still Imp. Just massing up his army for now. Why are they so strong in Imp? They have really strong gold units. The cav archers with extra HP from the unique tech. And then they also have extra range bombard cannons with extra pierce armor hussars. So they have everything that they need to have a good solid late game. Hera, I'm one of those silent viewers who doesn't say much, but we are here and enjoying the stream. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Robbie. You know, that really means a lot to hear. Thank you, buddy. Good defense from Andy. Lewis tries to kind of push through the side, trying to sneak attack. Andy shuts the whole thing down. Of course, Andy's got the vision, right, with the outposts. Traction traps coming in. Okay, sitting tigers coming in. What does that do? I don't know what that tech does. I think it gives extra projectiles for the traction trebs. But I forget. Anyone know? I think it's extra projectiles. Let me see. Yeah, it's extra projectiles. Okay. Which is a really good upgrade, actually. So, the Wu have a solid late game because of this tech. Traction traps have 14 range. I believe Wu also gets siege engineers, but I'm not 100% sure. But having traction traps that shoot multiple projectiles can be deadly. Haguan coming in. This is Lewis's big push. And he has to defend. He gets some conversions. He's defending now with his cav archers. He's got the castle behind as well. Solid defense for Andy. He clears up the Haguan. This is what I was talking about. The Haguan are just not that good. Into the cav archers. They're just not that good. Only 80 HP on these guys. Is he missing bloodlines? Why are they so weak? And he tries to go for a forward castle, but he gets pushed back. So we have artillery. We're yet to get artillery. So these are just normal cannons. Haguan going in. He's trying to find his way into Andy's base. Andy defends. And he goes back with his cav archers. He kites. And Lewis is trying, man. He's going in with the cav. But you can't always go for your comfort unit, guys. I know his comfort unit is cavalry. But it's not the right call here. He needed Halb Skirm. It was the only thing that could actually work here, I think. Like, the Haegwang just would never work versus Cav Archers. Cav Archers coming out. They're going to finish killing all of those Haegwang cavalry as well, nice and easy. Now we have just bomber cannons defending. Yeah, these are trebuchets that don't need to pack or unpack. They're called traction trebuchets. They're with the new DLC. Or with the old DLC at this point, because the new one's coming out. Heavy CA's in. We're only missing the unique tech Sipahi from Andy. That's the Turk unique tech to give Cav Archers an extra 20 HP. Really good for late game, of course. And Lewis is trying, man. He's trying. He's adding in some skirmishers now, which is very respectable. Honestly, Skirm Haegwang is not a bad combo either. Sipahi coming in, Ring Archer armor. And he's very good in these positions, though. He's very solid in these defensive positions. Is Andy close to getting a Hussar transition? Not really. Lewis is walling off the sides. Taking the gold in the center. He's got tons of gold in the center. I mean, Lewis can still win this game. I could see a world where Haegwang and Skirm can actually win. He needs elite Haegwang, though, for sure. Andy's using the cannons to knock down this castle. Andy gets artillery. Very good Imperial Age technology for the Turks. Gives the cannons and the bomber towers +2 range. So now it's 14 range for the traction trebs and 14 range for the cannons. It's the only civ in the game that gets 14 range bomber cannons. And boy, are they good. The Turk late game, I'm telling you, it's really strong. 100 HP Cav Archers, 100 HP cannons. He's looking to defend. We're still missing elite Haegwang. Does Lewis know that he's missing that upgrade? Because he can afford it. Hussar is coming in now. Remember, the Turks get the Hussar upgrade for free, so perfect. Perfect follow-up there with the Hussars. Lewis continues to try to find a way into Andy's base. Andy continues to defend. Gonna go with the castle to the right side now. Lewis is missing ballistics. Finally, though, elite Haegwang cavalry or heavy Haegwang coming in. Chemistry. Finally, upgrades coming in. Ballistics now. Brilliant. Lewis got his head in the game. He woke up from a slumber. Hussar is being sent out. A lot of heavy CA from Andy. But I prefer Lewis's composition. If Andy does not have a lot of Hussars, then I prefer Lewis's composition, right? Because you need a good amount of meat shield here for these Cav Archers to be able to work. Both castles go down. It's 1 for 1 on the castles. Armor coming in now from Andy. He needs to fully upgrade these Hussars. He's trying his best. Both players at 200 population. We're seeing a grand old late game now. This is a late game, which is very rare on the stream, by the way. We haven't seen many late games recently. Both players are maxed out in Imperial Age. We're seeing the heaviest army on the field possible. Heavy Haegwang. Possibly the strongest individual unit that Lewis can make with the Wu. Cannons in the back from Andy. He's got 6 cannons now. It's going to be traction trebs against cannons. What's better? What's better? The cannons going in, and the cannons are taking some good shots. Yeah, the cannons looking good here. Traction trebs fire back, but they're missing a lot of their shots. Lewis has a lot of resources, by the way, still in the bank. A lot of food, a lot of wood. Has some gold left over in the center as well that he could take if he's got the time. Goes over to the left side. He's looking for one more castle. Andy has to repair. Andy's got a good amount of cannons, though. Really good amount of cannons. And he's sniping the trebs, guys. He's sniping the traction trebs. Hard to say who's winning here. The game is pretty even, though. Lewis has... I wouldn't say Lewis has infinite gold. There's not that much gold in the center. The map kind of looks like a Pokeball. It really does, yeah. Take a look at the mini-map. Cannon goes down. Still 5 of those. The Haegwang dive in. The Haegwang dive in. And he's looking for the cannons. There's 5 on the field. Lewis is diving. He's going to snipe 1 at least. Goes for the second. He's looking for more. He's trading all of his Haegwang for cannons. Is it worth it? I don't think so. He only killed 2 cannons there. Lost all the Haegwang. And now Andy could bounce back. Andy can counterattack. Hussars in the front lines. There's no meat shield anymore. The Hussars are all over the place now. You just need to fully upgrade them. Get Blast Furnace, and Andy's looking good here. Andy's almost out of gold, though. You have to remember that. He only has the 2 relics now in a second. He has a bit more gold. That's it. 600 more gold for Andy, and that's it. He's out. Then he's only on 2 relics. Welfare, basically. So Lewis just has to hold. But can he hold? This is the Turkish composition. Blast Furnace coming in. Heavy CA. Hussar on the front. Such a solid combo. 2 traction ships going down. The cannons are all over the place as well. Damn. And now Bombard Towers in the center. Who is this, Andy? I love this. Bombard Towers to reclaim the middle. Oh, that's so cool. And these towers have extra range as well. Oh, that's so cool. Love that from Andy. And Lewis now lost the center. And guess who has infinite gold? All of a sudden, it's Andy that has the gold in the center. And he's got the Bombard Towers. And he's making it known. He dives in deep. Is he going to commit to it? He's going to just go up top? Should he take his time or does he just go for it? I would take my time if I'm Andy here. Take your time. You got the better late game Civ. You don't have to rush this, my friend. Damn, what a good game. Lewis was in such a good position, but it's got flipped on its head. So quick with that Bombard Tower. I love that. Look at that. They're so cool. I'm such a tower fan nowadays. I just love being able to take the map with towers. I think that's so cool. It's a very satisfying way to play. He took the center so fast. Like he just pounced on that gold. My goodness. Talk about being a gold digger, Andy. Look at this guy. Digging up that gold. Clearing the ranges as well from the center. He's opening up the map. Opening up the space. Lewis is trying to stonewall because he's a pussy. Where did that come from? He's trying to buy some time. But I don't know if Lewis has the units. I don't know if he's got the units, guys. Only Hussar does not excite me. Listen, I like Hussar as much as the next guy, but both players have Hussar. The guy with the better backline is much better. Love these Bombard Towers. I think it's so essential that when you take the center, you secure it. And these Bombard Towers are one of the best things in the game to secure a middle position. Somehow the Lewis is still holding, by the way. And he does have still the extra relic. So I wouldn't count out Lewis just yet. Big attack round with the cannons there. I don't know if you guys caught that. And he stonewalls. Tries to protect the cannons, but it's not the easiest task in the world. Does have his towers here, though. Towers can help out a little bit. I think Halbscrim would have been better for Lewis, yeah. Because now he's in a situation where he doesn't have a good composition. He's just spamming Hussar. And Hussar by itself is just not enough. Yeah, and he's got the Rams coming out as well. Battering Rams involved. The BBT are still on the field. I will say, I think the Bombard Towers have to have slightly faster projectiles, though. They're a bit too slow for my taste. What a game from Andy, though. It was his home map. He was hard pressured. He was losing at some point as well. Big time. And then he managed to pull the comeback and kind of lean on that strong Turkish late game. And the fun part is that the Turk late game is, or late game in general, is not something we see every day, right? So to be able to see a strong Turk late game here has been a treat. Especially with those Bomber Towers. Taking control of the middle. He's out of stone now, though. Does have some gold in the center, but it's not really that good. And he's just kind of keeping his cav archers alive. A lot of Hussars diving in, but you end up just losing them though, right? That's the problem. You end up just losing a lot of your Hussars. Now he's getting raided. Lewis is getting raided. It's 200 pop to 160. Andy is in such a good position now. The game completely turned on its head. And the relics are right there for Lewis, by the way. Andy can easily take those relics if he wanted to. I hate to say it, but I think it might be over. I think Andy's done this one. I think Andy's got the win. Hussars continue to dive in. He's sending wave after wave. They're just zombies running in there. But it's not gonna work, because when you're getting raided, your Hussar production gets really put into question. And running Hussar into BBT is just not the best play either, right? And Andy gets the win. Andy gets the win. 1-1. My goodness. GG in the chat, guys. Everybody, mandatory GG right there. I'm going to use the washroom. I was a bit restless in my seat at the end there. But let me use the washroom. We'll be right back. And we'll go on to game 3 here. Really nice one. Oh, I love that last game. It's rare we get to see a strong late game, right? It's very rare we get to see a strong late game from both players. But that right there was definitely it. Alright, not bad, not bad. Solid, solid stuff. Okay. Okay. So, 1-1. Going into the next game now. This is going to be Lewis's home map on slopes. Yeah, Lewis had... It was a decent plan with the Wu to pressure early, but he just couldn't make it work in the end. Ended up losing. Thanks for watching, everyone, on YouTube and Twitch so far. It's been a great day. Remember, after this last game between Lewis and Andy, we've got one more set, which is Sitaux Mihai, which is a very important set as well. So let's hop into this next game. I think we're a minute to go. It's going to be Jurchens versus Persians. And both these guys need the win, by the way. Both players need this win very badly because they both lost their first set of the week 1. All right, hopping right in. We got Lewis versus Andy. And the map is Slopes. It's going to be Lewis's home map. Lewis is in blue playing as the Persians, and Andy is in red playing as the Jurchens. Both civs, of course, are quite solid. I think personally, though, that Persians are probably the easier civ to play. You're going to be pulling ahead in villagers. You're going to be doing quite well. Whereas the Jurchens have to play with their really strong units. Gamba, if a mod wants to put Gamba, they can put Gamba. If not, it's okay. We can watch one without, no problem. Is AoE2, in your opinion, in its golden age now? I would say that AoE2 is living its best years, yeah. I think 2025 was solid, it was okay. 2024 was great. And I think 2026 is going to be a great year as well. I really do. Good afternoon, Grandmaster Gosh. What's up? Hope you guys are all having a good Sunday. This map is interesting. We've showcased it a bunch before on the channel, so I'm not going to go over it too much. But basically just a pure land map. You've got 2 sides, and you got down the center. A lot to play for. And we'll see what players go for here. Jurchens and Persians. 2 solid land civs. Lewis is taking the backwood. In fact, they both are. Jartron, you're all in on Lewis? At the bold play, man. All in on Lewis from Jartron. I mean, Lewis is probably the favorite, but it's hard to say. These players seem really evenly matched. Looks like Lewis is going to pull in the deer from the outside. So you have 2 approaches. You can either mill the outside and take some of that extra food, or you can just lure in the 1 deer and call it a day. Most people are just luring in the 1 deer and calling it a day, and I think that might be correct. I think the boring aspect some were commenting about TTL when compared to Red Bull is the lack of decider games. This game would be a lot more hype if it was a decider between them. Yeah, that's the nature of the group stage aspect, of course. Of course. That's the nature of the group stage aspect. There's not as much on the line, right? Hera, would you rather have Bodkin Arrow or Ballistics first for an Archer Rush? Certainly Bodkin Arrow, 100%. But that's not even like a question. Bodkin is always first, and then after you can decide between Ballistics, more economy, maybe Thumb Ring some games, etc. Alright, early barracks from Andy. I wonder if he's going to go for some Militia. He is. Militia with the Jurchens. Not what they're known for. This is not what they're known for. Lewis also goes for barracks and starts with some Militia himself. With Persians, it makes a little more sense. Now we have a mill being dropped for Lewis. Strawberry Man EU. Thanks for the Prime sub. Welcome, Strawberry Man. Andy's got 3 militia on the field. Lewis only with the 2. Lewis will spot one of Andy's militia. Not going to do a whole lot about it, though. What's the difference between thumb ring and ballistics? Thumb ring gives you more accuracy. Ballistics lets you hit moving targets. If that makes sense. And thumb ring also makes you fire faster. Alright, they're going to go for the engagement. But I mean, Lewis, with some simple math here, we know that we lose. He's trying to use the hail bonus to try to snag a win. But if your opponent has 1 extra militia, it's always difficult. Andy, though, trying to get greedy. He's going to send these guys back to heal. I don't know if that's greedy, if that's smart. Andy's going to get the win. And he can heal all 3 of his militia and then go men-at-arms and feudal. Wait, that could be a really good idea. Really good strategy from Andy. He's just going to heal up. Perfect. Yeah, so all the militia into the town center. He will now heal up his militia. And Andy's going to go over to the right side and try to take some of this free food. Take some of this free hunts. Love to see that. In fact, both players will do the same thing. They're both going to go to the corner, take some of this free hunt, as well as some shorefish. I think the sides would be a lot more appealing if it was like 4 shorefish or something. With only 2 shorefish, it's hard to really justify it. But players are still going for it, which is pretty good. But I like the concept of just healing up your militia and then going again for a men-at-arm rush in Feudal Age. I think that's so solid for a follow-up. After getting a nice clear up in Dark Age like that. Lewis will open a stable. And you will clear up the scout from Andy. So overall, I mean, it's a pretty even game. I would say small advantage Andy. Because he was able to get the clear up on Lewis's militia. Heal up some of his own militia, which feels good. He now has 3 of his going across the map. And it doesn't look like he's healed them much, by the way. He's not really waiting for men-at-arms either. So he might just go with the scout transition himself. We'll see. He is on gold. He's going to go with the range. Okay, he's going to go with the range himself. And he's going to go economy upgrade. So he's not... Okay, he is going men-at-arms. What? So he is planning to go men-at-arms. If he's going to go men-at-arms, I wish he healed them a little bit more. Like 2-3 more HP on each of them would have went a long way. Because right now, 2 spears, 2 scouts. Lewis will clear this up. And yeah, Andy did the smart thing of just canceling men-at-arms. He canceled the upgrade because his units were going to die anyways. And he didn't want to waste any resources on it. So that makes a lot more sense. And yeah, Lewis will have a nice advantage. Lewis will clear up the militia. He'll have the scout rushes to counterattack. And as Persians, he starts to pull ahead in terms of villagers as well. Just from your town center working faster. So... in my opinion, advantage Lewis right off the bat. But Andy's not necessarily in a bad position right now. It's just that he's not in a good one. Right? He's just in a slightly weaker position than his opponent. But he's walling the top, which is good. As long as nothing really bad happens to Andy, Lewis is in a good position. And Andy's in a decent position. And that's it. The game will continue like normal. Scouts will dive in, or will think about diving in. This is what Lewis sees, for those who are curious about that. See how the pro player is running around here. Always looking for an angle. Look at that. Goes straight in through the town center. He's looking for something. Decides against it. Sees the spear now and has to go back. We could see the quick wall. And he does not go for it. He's focused on defending his top side. Okay, Lewis dives on the spear. Will kill it. Loses 2 scouts for it, though. Stripey Boy thanks to the gifted sub. Kills the second spear, though, and all of a sudden, Andy's in trouble. Andy, how could you not see that coming, though? Andy, we've seen that coming a mile away. And he's going to lose 2 vills. That's so sloppy. I feel like that was really obvious, guys. And he had the spears. They were just out of position. And yeah, so I don't think going on the outside has been worth it for Andy. He lost 2 villagers. He's now pushed off of it. And now he has to just wall up his entire base. I don't know. Advantage Lewis, guys. That's huge for Lewis to kill those 2 villagers. Lewis is now in a very solid position, if you ask me. And he will push out with some archers. He's got 4 archers and 2 spearmen. Looking for some damage, but I don't know what he's going to find exactly. Lewis already has the scrum transition anyway, right? Again, the more I play slopes and the more I watch it, the more I feel like just being on the outside is not worth it. Because even here, right, like Lewis is constantly having to watch this area because he's on the outside taking the hunt. And while I like the free food, I like the hunt aspect, I don't know, I just don't know if it's worth it. I feel like just having a clean game where you're just walling up your base might just be the better way to go for it, to go about it. Alright, Andy fully walls his base. Yeah, I like the setup from Andy. This is, you know, exactly what I want to see from him. He's also sneaking sneaking around with these archers, looking for a sneak attack. Could find his way onto the wood line from Lewis. This could be a good hit. This could be a really good hit from Andy. Lewis is going to try to wall this up a little bit quicker with the villagers. He senses something's not right here. And he's going to get surprised by Andy's archers that are already here. No fletching though, so maximum 1 kill. And then has to run from the skirms. Okay. Still a good kill from Andy though. Lewis has the skirms to push this back and could potentially snipe some of these archers. Yeah, good defense from the skirms here. Andy's up to castle age. A little bit faster. What does he go for, though? What does he go for with the Jurchens? Now, he does have access to Grenadiers, by the way. He could also go Cav Archers that attack faster. He's got options. He's got options from the range. Also, Fire Lancers could be a play if you really want them. I don't know how good a Fire Lancer transition is here, but you know, it is possible. And he's thinking. I saw him get infantry armor there, but he's thinking. I think he thought twice about it. He's gonna go for the second range and go for fletching instead. Okay, so he considered Fire Lancer, but changed his mind pretty fast. He wants to go for 2 ranges, and he wants to go for probably Cav Archers, but maybe Grenadiers. Fletching tells me it is going to be Cav Archers, though. And he is forced to repair the house, of course, which is not ideal for Andy. Definitely not ideal. And yeah, look at Lewis. Lewis is already pulling ahead in terms of villagers. And that's, of course, because of the Persians, right? And, of course, because he killed 2 villagers himself and only lost 1. So it does help to have a successful early game. It's going to be Knights and Skirms, maybe, or maybe Light Cav Skirm for Lewis early on. And he's going to start with a town center on the front. Not going to happen, though. Lewis pressures. It's going to be 3 range Cav Archers for the Jurchens here. And Andy will go with a town center up top. So this I don't mind. I actually like this. The town center up top to take the food nice and early in Castlage. I think that makes sense. Because that lets you delay farms. I like that style. Okay, I'm trying to figure out how to play this map for myself, by the way. Because this map, I think, has been my lowest win rate in practice. I'm just always losing it. So far, like I said, the strategy that I've seen the most success has just been like standard scouts or archers, and then just walling up, excuse me, just walling up your main base and ignoring the sides. I think that's been the best strategy so far on the map. Defensive workshop for Andy. Needs something against the skirmishers. At the moment, he's got nothing. He's got just Cav Archers. That's something to note, by the way. Jurchens kind of die to skirmishers. The only unit they have that's good against skirmishers in early game is maybe the Light Cav. Nothing else really works. And you need Light Cav with +2 armor. If you do anything else, you're always susceptible to like Skirm Monk. And it just doesn't feel so good. Good pressure from Lewis. Fire Lancer and a few spears. None of that really matters, though. The skirms can easily deal with it. Oh, nice triple hit there. Sick. Clean from Lewis. Rocket cart's on the field, though. I'm gonna force everything back. And Andy's on 2 town centers. He's developing nicely. Getting some counterattacks with the Cav Archers, but nothing crazy there either. Lewis does have the 2 town centers set up and is looking for the 3rd. I would make it on the hunt. I think taking the hunt and then making a lumber camp on the wood is probably better. But fair enough.
Just to stop this message popping up every time I come back.
Thank you, Deadly Cheeto, for the 2 months Prime. I know what you're talking about. It is annoying, but I appreciate the Prime for 2 months. Thank you, thank you. Now you can come back and go whenever, with ease, you know, at your own disposal. All right, forward town center. This is the one that Andy wanted for the start of the game, by the way. Thank God he can finally get that forward town center. He really wanted that guy. Ooh, big hit with the rocket cart there. Super smooth from Andy. Love that. Love that. That's what he needed. To just relieve some of the pressure, right? Gotta relieve some of that pressure. We're gonna have a workshop and 3 range combo. Lewis does have the 3 TCs. And Andy goes for a stable. Which he doesn't have any, so that stable is just to get potentially Bloodlines Husbandry out of. Thing is, like, Lewis does not have a lot of farms. He's gonna try to build up his farm number to try to play towards Imperial Age. And Andy, while he would love to make knights here, he can't. He doesn't have access to knights, only step lancers from the Jurchens. The Jurchen stable is actually kind of strong and kind of weak at the same time. Their units are very tricky to play with. Remember the rule, every new civ can't have knights. It's like unspoken rule, but very much visible. Is Andy cooking my goats? No, it looks like it's advantage Lewis, to be honest with you. It's advantage Lewis. Lewis is doing quite well so far. He's down 10, or he's up 10 villas, excuse me. He's also got a nice little raid onto Andy's base. He's gonna dive the rocket cart. Andy, what a blunder! He let him in. Lost 6 villagers now, and the rocket cart. What a blunder! Lewis is hard winning now. Lewis had a small advantage for a long time, but now it just turned into a major advantage. You can't play like that. If you're Andy, you can't make a mistake like that. Now he has to go all in. But I don't know how he's gonna go all in. Maybe Cav Archers? Rocket cart comes out, but 1 rocket cart's usually not enough, guys. Especially against strong players like Lewis that have really good micro. And remember, Lewis is in his comfort zone when he's playing on Cav Archers. Like, he loves playing Cav Archers. Oh, the Ville's idle. That's the bad thing about going onto the natural food, is that if you abuse it too hard, it runs out and collapses your economy. Meanwhile, Lewis is completely ignoring the natural food sources there on the map, going in favor of just taking more wood, more farms, all the good stuff. Fourth town center from Andy. Looking solid, looking solid. Oh, quick walls, quick walls. Yo, Andy with a clear up. Andy with a clear up. And Lewis is going for Parthian tactics and Castle Age. Which is really good. It's going to give him his Cav Archers extra armor. He's also picking up the normal armor upgrades as well. So his Cav Archers are about to get extremely tanky. And you know what? Like, Andy's only 10 vills down, guys. Andy can still win this game. He's going for another town center. He is booming. Big, big boom. Lewis is adding in more ranges, trying to stabilize. He's got skirms. He's got cav archers with extra armor now. It's difficult to say who's winning this game. I still think it's advantage Lewis, but this game can be anyone's to win. Why is no one going for a castle? Well, if you go for a castle too early, you fall behind in terms of economy. But now that both players have a good economy, they're starting to go into stone a little heavier. So we're going to start seeing the castles be dropped. Castles are more of a mid to late game thing in Age of Empires for the most part. Lewis dives in. He's going to pick up both the rocket carts. The rocket carts have been horrible for Andy, by the way. Thumb Ring now coming in for Lewis. He's going to have fully upgraded cav archers in Castle Age here. And I wouldn't be surprised if he goes for the forward castle. Lewis is known for dropping that forward castle when he gets the map control. And I think he's going to go for it. He brings the wood villagers. Is he going to go for it or not? He sees this this town center here. Even a castle right here would be perfect. Oh my goodness. Andy's sneaking off to the bottom of the map, but it's not the time for it, my friend. You got to defend the front. The castle's coming. Lewis is going for it. Andy drops a defensive castle right away. Lewis walks past it for now and just drops his anyways. He just drops his anyways. That could be a throw. That could be a throw from Lewis, or it could be a really good play. He's committing to it. He's fighting on the hill. And he's going to abandon it. Oh my goodness. He got me hyped up just to take it all away from me. He plays it safe. Nobody remembers the name of a guy who plays it safe. I'm disappointed, Lewis. But he's going to go for another forward castle here. And you know what? In all seriousness, very smart play to cancel the castle there. If you forced Andy's castle, you can cancel yours and you can make a huge play on a cross map. You know, just on another area of the map. And if he gets a castle here, that's 2 town centers. And the entire woodline here will have to run. And that's really bad for Andy. Of course, Lewis here can't really make it. There's a house. So he can't make it exactly there. We'll make it a little further back. Big cav archer mass on the front. And he's doing good work there with the cav archers. Absolutely brilliant. Grubby's promoting your Patreon hard, Hera. LOL, he's getting really good. Shout out Grubby. I appreciate that from him. I really do. We had a guy early on the stream that said he's new to the game and he came from Grubby's channel. So you guys have no idea how good this is that Grubby's streaming the game. And he's bringing new faces to the game, which is fantastic. So shout out Grubby, seriously. If you see him streaming Age of Empires, stop by his channel, say what's up, and, you know, just chill, enjoy it. Imperial Age coming in for both players. The Persians, of course, have the imp that comes in slightly faster. Is Grubby the Warcraft 3 player? Yes, he is. More of a variety streamer nowadays. But, of course, he made his kind of rise to popularity from Warcraft 3. Huge cleanup from Lewis. Oh, that's a massacre and a half, by the way. What a fight from Lewis there. He had more upgrades. He has, of course, Parthian tactics, thumb ring advantage, and just absolutely decimates Andy's army. He got the forward castle. He's got the ram. Guys, this game is absolutely cooked, if you ask me. Andy's trying something, but Lewis has guard tower defense. Okay, so he does know about the tech. He's going for the guard towers, trying to defend. Major advantage Lewis, guys. The only way Lewis loses this game right now is if he's stupid, which he is. So he might lose. All right, but he's up 40 villagers. Yeah, and he's in a great comfort zone here with the cav archers. Like, he's such a good cav archer player. He really is. Second castle up top. Oh, this is completely over, guys. Andy kept it close for a long time, but the Persians, they just start exploding. 144 villagers, guys. Parthian tactics and Castlage was clutch as well. And Lewis is about to go up 2-1 against Andy, which is not the best results. Not what he wanted. He probably wanted a 3-0 today, but still, of course, not a bad one. Now we have the second castle that goes up, and Andy's going to try a little bit more. Bless his heart, you know. He doesn't want to lose, but he'll get imp, and I think he realized real quick that there's really just not a whole lot to play for. Down here, oh god, down here, it's a massacre. Andy, cut it out. Someone throw the white towel. Any French guy in the chat, we need a white flag right now for Andy, because this is just absolute domination. He's losing absolutely everything everywhere. He lost the middle. The push is failed. He lost the top. He's losing the right side now. And there's basically nothing that he can do. He's got 10 cav archers and a dream. Anybody want to bet $10,000 to $1 that Andy wins this game? Because those are the odds right now, if you ask me. It's 10,000 to 1. Oh, but he's going for the forward castle. This is the 1%. This is the 1%. The forward castle. He's got a treb push. There's fires everywhere. Like, alarm bells ringing. Okay, it's over. GG in the chat, guys. The GOAT Lewis takes it 2-1. We expected a 3-0 like we always do with Lewis, but GG in the chat. Really good series. Honestly, these guys are pretty evenly matched in terms of like their strategy and development. But I think Lewis got that something special with him, you know? Like when he's on cav archers, I feel like he's really good. And I don't think Andy has that one situation where he feels really good compared to his opponent. It just feels like Andy's solid overall, good strategy, good execution, but it doesn't feel like he's super dangerous in any particular position. Whereas Lewis, when he gets cav archers, is extremely dangerous. Well played though. Well played to Lewis. Good try from Andy. And honestly, I had a really good time casting that set. Super solid one. The games have been much better today, much closer, much more interesting than yesterday, that's for sure. Yeah, no X factor from Andy, exactly. As I don't mean it in a disrespectful way as well, of course. You know, he's a great player, but yeah, I just don't feel like he's got anything particularly you know, special or unique about him as a player. I think his late game's good though. He's got a really good late game. For whatever that's worth, you know. Okay, fair enough, guys. So that's going to be Andy Lewis done. The next set of the day is going to be Mihai versus Sitaux. And Sitaux is currently sitting in an Acclivity team game. So are they playing live? Are they playing live? I'm not even sure, actually. No signs anywhere. It will be Rex. Okay, Mihai versus Sitaux will be Rex. Okay, we're just gonna wait for it to start then. All right. Guys, we're gonna have a 15-minute break until the new games will start. We have to look at these drafts for 15 minutes. My goodness. So we have the drafts from Sitaux Mihai. African River, Mudflow, and Seychelles are the maps. Should I play a game in 15 minutes? I'm not going to call Lewis. He barely won a 2-1 series. African River is an interesting map. Very infantry-oriented, I think. Mudflow, Fishboom-oriented. Seychelles could be a long game, actually. Seychelles can be a long game from Sitaux Mihai. Guys, you know what? The last set is going to be Rex. So I might just call the stream here. They're going to start in 15 minutes, and I'm running a little low on time. So what I might do is I might end the stream here, and you guys can go check out another caster. There's T90, the host, that's casting it. There's a few other casters as well that are covering the event. So I'll call it here for today. I'll be back tomorrow with more action. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Thank you on both Twitch and YouTube for being here. I do appreciate you guys a lot. I'm sorry, guys. I see the frowny face in the chat, but that's it for me right now. I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of my Sunday with family, and yeah, appreciate having you guys here. Thanks for all the subs and support as always, and I'll be back tomorrow with more content. Okay, so thanks for watching. Take care. Have a good one. Enjoy the rest of the day, and be back tomorrow 14 GMT most likely. Peace out, everyone.